overall, really good lineup. They run a ton, 209 stolen bases on the season.
All right, we should be back.
A.J. Ashatino.
I apologize,
yesterday,
everybody.
Good game, 2 for 4 with a double.
This Husky lineup, again, known for their prowess on the base pass, but leading this Lawrence Regional in extra base hits. They've done it with the slug and proven that there's some versatility to that offense. Always a threat on the bases, but showing they can swing the bats as well.
Junior right-hander from Liberty, Missouri. Easy for me to say. Tate McGuire is on the bump for the Razorbacks. 1-1 with a 5.20 ERA, making his 8th start.
Fastball, slider, changeup mix for McGuire, making his 3rd start in the last 10 days. Started 2 ball games in the SEC tournament last week in Hoover and roughed up early on by the Georgia Bulldogs in the SEC championship game. Guys has to start fast today for McGuire, and as has been the case with everybody in this Lawrence Regional, have to control that traffic.
Yeah, I was about to
Pretty amazing that we've not seen a single stolen base from Northeastern here in this tournament yet, but you know it's in there, and you know that that guy, Mike Glavin, wants to press that button as soon as he can.
I misspoke. 210 stolen bases for Mike Glavin's Husky club. Now in his 12th season. No signs. No signs needed. Everybody is green on the base paths, but they haven't run a whole lot. There's Dave Van Horn, 24th season at the helm. Looking for his 1,345th career win to try to advance to a rematch against Kansas. KU defeating Arkansas last night 5-3. First pitch in there for a strike on Tyler Harmony, the freshman out of Fairfield, Connecticut, leading this Huskies team in batting average at .354. Has a couple of home runs, 18 runs batted in. No balls, 2 strikes. Harmony, the third baseman, went 0 for 2 yesterday with a walk.
On turf fields, a lot of times they wear tennis shoes.
No Harrison Feinberg in the lineup today.
Real light spikes because they don't want it to
Line
tear
to
the
left
carpet.
field. Good piece of hitting on an 0-2 count. Harmony finds himself on board, a leadoff single.
I was really impressed with what we've seen as far as the swings from this Northeastern lineup. Tyler Harmony, a guy that, again, did not start the year.
I hope everybody finds their way back.
Got inserted mid-April. All he's done since then is just lead this team in batting average. That's how you do it. You let that ball get deep, especially with 2 strikes.
For you.
Poke it the other way. This guy's been swinging the bat as good as anybody in this Husky lineup.
Yeah, the 4 teams in this regional, from a batting average perspective, obviously Northeastern, the lowest of the 4. They've done it a little bit.
Yes, I had to restart the stream. Great. My software froze up for some unknown reason.
Certainly not the same team that Glavin had last year. They've won a total of 49 games.
We're back and rolling.
But the pitching has carried them, and they've gotten timely hits. Big lead for Harmony at first. They'll check in on him, and you'll see quite a bit of this.
Welcome to the SAR squad.
The saving grace for Arkansas is the fact that you've got Ryder Helfrich behind the plate. As you see the D1 stolen base category for programs.
It's a pretty wide margin there between everybody that's looking up at the Huskies. In
I don't know, Jason. It just froze up on the
left center field, and out goes Kojal, makes the catch.
Share screen page.
1 down, in on the hands of Musakia. Harmony remains at first base.
You know that old saying, sometimes shit happens? Well, it just happened.
Arkansas defensively, Ruiz, New, Turner from left to right, Poppy, Kojal on the left side, Susan, Robin on the right side, Helfrich behind the dish.
You never get as many people back.
First time joining us here at Hoagland Ballpark. Very symmetrical facility. 330 down the lines, 400 to the outfield. See the big batter's eye. You've got to clear the batter's eye in order for it to be a home run. Check swing, doesn't matter. It's a called strike on the corner. It's an intimate ballpark. Typically seats about 2,700. KU set 2 records already. Last night's game against Arkansas, over 4,000 in attendance, 4,071.
Yeah, Coach, yeah, absolutely. I'm glad it did it right off the start instead of halfway through or something. Yeah.
I could talk to the players last night.
Could have been worse, but
they were pretty happy with that turnout. It was a stellar atmosphere for a 1-0 game.
Yeah, Jason, absolutely. Turn it off and turn it back. That's exactly what I did.
Ryan Garrity, the center field, hitting .325. Had an 0 for 4 game last night with a walk. 27 extra base hits on the year for Garrity.
Now, playing this elimination game on a Sunday, you know it's going to be a long day, and both these teams are planning on playing 2 games, and it is going to be 18 high-leverage innings for you. It's one of those you're not worried about setting up pitching for tonight. You've got to get through this game. A really interesting dynamic between these two. The prowess that's been on the mound for Arkansas over the past 10-plus years, what they've done in developing their arms. And you're talking about a Northeastern team. You said it a minute ago. The pitching has carried them here this weekend. You've gotten 2 really nice starts, but this is a team that lost 90% of their innings pitched last year. That's a pretty shocking number.
Harmony, a leadoff single, has a big lead at first. This one downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Garrity. Maher, the starter for Northeastern, had a 1-2-3 first, including a couple of strikeouts.
I'm pretty sure we were close to 100 likes before the first inning start, but we had to do it again.
Gotta slow down Northeastern somehow. Just missed low. That's a pretty good take.
It's a really nice leave down and in. And you're seeing that changeup already for Tate McGuire. It's a pitch that he likes to throw for glove strikes as well, but when he can push it down like that.
Yes, Jacob, we will have to beat Kansas twice.
It's a really nice look at it for Garrity to get to a full count.
3-2. The runner takes off.
Got
It's
him.
called
Good
strike
pitch.
3. He didn't like that call. Garrity heads back to the dugout. A stolen base for Harmony. That's his 7th of the year.
Yeah, just gets stuck on the inside corner. They have to think that Garrity thought this was inside, but a really nice pitch by McGuire on the mound. No throw by Ryder Helfrich as Tyler Harmony takes off. More concerned with getting that called strike 3 on that pitch in, but it'll be the first runner in scoring position opportunity for either team today.
Matt Brinker, the DH, takes a little bit high. That's a great point that you bring up about Helfrich, making sure that that last pitch was called a strike. Oftentimes you get a
double
catcher
elimination
more
fan.
worried or concerned about the base runner.
And right now they're 2-0.
Could be a strike, does not get called. And then you got first and second with 1 out.
Yeah, a little bit of a different situation. Now you force Matt Brinker to have to come into a 2-out RBI situation.
Hey, Michael, that was my fault, man. The software froze up and I had to restart the original stream.
All SEC defensive team behind the plate for Ryder Helfrich.
1-1, just missed in. 2 balls and a strike on the DH.
It's all good, brother.
302 batting average for Brinker.
I'll probably lose a lot of views because of that malfunction earlier.
1 for 4 game yesterday with an RBI. This one lined out toward right field. It's going to hang up. And caught by Christian Turner. So Northeastern gets a man in scoring position, leaves them stranded. 1 complete in elimination game. We're scoreless.
Good inning from Tate so far. Fan of the game 3 would be Monday. Yeah, it's going to take them probably a little bit to find me because I don't think I got a thumbnail up out there now. Yeah, the team's capable. I mean, we've won 5 straight twice this season. So we can go on a run. It's just everything's got to line up just right. And like somebody said earlier, I think LC said earlier, it's definitely going to take some luck, too. The ball's going to have to bounce our way.
Out into shallow right with the shift on. Easy play there for Charlie Criscola. 1 down.
I would say last night lived up to the expectations, what people wanted when you see that draw for these teams on Selection Monday.
Yeah, I got you. Great.
You got everything that's great about this regional round, too. A little bit of back and forth, a stellar pitching performance by Hunter Dietz we talked about earlier, career night with 14 punch-outs.
We're back up to 332.
Some timely home runs. You saw this Kansas crowd, I think very reasonable to say, played a factor in that ball game late.
It usually grows as the innings go along.
Action for the crowd. Living and dying with every pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Nolan Souza bumps up to the 5th spot in the order. .266 average for the Razorback second baseman. 0 for 4 yesterday with an RBI, but 1 for 8 in the regional so far. 1-1. So far from Maher, he looks like a seasoned veteran on the mound.
Yeah, you're not getting the look right now of a freshman making just a second career start. And both of those starts coming in the postseason.
Tight. 2-1.
Sometimes you'll see it as a freshman. There's a little bit of blissful ignorance.
Right.
Can't overcomplicate it. You're up there trying to pound strikes. He's got good enough stuff. You've seen him up to 95 already today.
Pull to the right side. Knocked down by Ashatino. He'll take it himself. 2 down.
And this one's been a lot for Arkansas.
I will say this: we've been pounding the ball on the ground last game and this game so far.
Giving themselves that many chances where you're stacking up base runners early. You were able to do it in a big 6-run inning in their first game on Friday night against Missouri State. Besides that, it's been very sporadic with the bats for the Hogs.
Micah New had a 4-hit game in the opener. Hitless yesterday, going 0 for 4. Arkansas had 3 extra base hits in that opening win against Missouri State. That breaking ball high.
If we win this game, I will.
And against Kansas,
stop this stream, make a new
hits.
thumbnail, and put it out there before the second one because I'm sure it'll be a couple hours.
But a lot of it had to do with Missouri State's inability to throw strikes. A lot of walks. They hit batter. And they capitalized. 2-1.
So it'll be a whole new stream.
Yeah, all the more than if you're Maher on the mound, anybody that comes into this ball game, if you're able to control some of those free passes, this is an Arkansas team right now. You need to force to hit their way on.
Yeah.
They are good enough when they get gifts like
Days
that.
Are the one stream shouldn't be playing anymore because it froze up. I had to restart.
2-2. Foul tipped into the mid. And another strikeout for the freshman.
Yeah, as good as you want it to be to get things going for Cooper Maher. Number 3 on the day. Another punch out.
So if you're just getting in, if you're just finding us, we had a stream, original stream, had some technical difficulties, had to restart. But we are back and rolling. Yeah, we definitely need to get better at making adjustments, at plate adjustments. With our pitching staff, with as many people on our staff as we got to throw 95 plus, you would think in practices and stuff that there should be no fastball get by us. This guy's not pitching 97. He's touching 95. You see that every day in practice. You shouldn't be surprised by that speed. So it doesn't make any sense why we're swinging and missing so many fastballs. Now, if you're guessing wrong and you're not ready for a fastball, I get it. But, coaching has got to have our boys ready to hit.
Visit NCAA.com, the home for all NCAA championships. Bottom of the second with no score. Ashatino, Criscola, and Tarantino. That is for the Huskies of Northeastern, taking on Tate McGuire. Making his 8th start. McGuire had a man in scoring position, but worked around that leadoff single, picked up a strikeout. One ball, one strike. Ashatino yesterday, 2 for 4, a double and a run scored, hitting 274.
Well, that's the way it should be, Croxy, but it doesn't seem like we go up to the plate with that.
Miller Place, New York.
In that game plan.
3 freshmen in this lineup.
Oh yeah, I am too
2
impressed.
regular freshmen and a redshirt freshman. As position players, so technically 4 with Maher on the bump. Going in
a month ago,
which bodes well for a team
we had
like
people say
Northeastern.
we wouldn't even make it
Obviously,
this
you
far.
gotta rebuild and
So
regenerate talent, develop it. Ashatino fouls it back, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Especially when you're talking about on the mound. Anytime you're having to replace 90% of 2025's innings, and as good as that team was last year, a 2 seed in 2025 for Northeastern.
yeah, real life, it's definitely some of that.
Real live bullets here in this elimination game. This is a team that ran through the CAA tournament last week after dropping the opener.
This is out to left center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. New over to cut it off. So back-to-back leadoff singles for the Huskies.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you're the Huskies here, if you're able to scratch 1 or 2 across, the way that Maher looks through his first 6 hitters, and start to make that third base dugout sweat a little bit. A lot of baseball left to be played today, but sometimes that shock and awe in these early elimination type games, long day, can go a long way for you.
First one on the way. It's for strike on Charlie Criscola. Yeah, the way Maher is pitching is very reminiscent of what Robbie O'Connor did yesterday against Missouri State. Criscola.
Yeah, we should have, Dan King, but
freshman, 265 hitter this year.
That doesn't
11
really
extra base
excuse
hits.
how we've been playing up here.
2 for 4 game with a double and an RBI yesterday.
You got to look past that
16 stolen bases
and not
on
let
the
that
year.
get you
Swung
down.
on and miss. There's an off-speed pitch. 0-2.
I just don't think I want to get into a situation if I'm Northeastern where you've got Arkansas hanging around late. As suspect as the bats have been here in Lawrence this week, you know how quickly they could strike. Again, doesn't go down as anything in the book, but that's an extra base saved by Helfrich behind the plate there. That gets away from him even a little bit. You know how aggressive Northeastern's going to want to be.
Yeah, especially in a no-out situation. Criscola goes down swinging. Second strikeout for McGuire. 1 down. Slow him down to speed him up.
Yeah, a lot of strikeouts for this Arkansas pitching staff, which is as expected. Now, numbers for the tournament are going to be skewed when you got a career performance like last night, but you can take them on face value if you want to.
Man, Hunter Dietz was just unbelievable.
That's big league stuff.
Yeah, a bit of the one pitch he'd like to have back is the one to LeBlanc, the 2-run home run that tied things up at 3.
That can be the thing that's a shame sometimes is throw 114 really good pitches. And that one just creeps up a little too far. You got one of the best hitters in the Big 12. You see what Dietz did relative to some of the other top MLB prospects in this NCAA tournament. Jackson Flora got the ball yesterday against Holy Cross. Cameron Flukie made his return, but Coastal dropping that ball game. So participated in the College World Series Finals last year, 0-2 in the Tallahassee Regional.
Little rain delay issue in Tallahassee that some have taken umbrage with. Did not go Coastal's way. Henry DeGiorgio, the shortstop. There's Hunter. There goes Ashatino, the pitch upstairs, a throw down from Helfrich.
Got him.
Good one, and he got him.
Good job, Helfrich.
Nice job, Ryder Helfrich, as advertised.
And the year of the catcher, what many are calling this is one of the best behind the plate that you'll see. A bullet from Helfrich behind the plate. We're still scoreless.
That's the best throw he's made in a while. Ozzy, I do think it wouldn't hurt to have a change there. I would just like to. I mean, as you know, everybody knows we did every game this season, and the mistakes we were seeing at the plate early in the season are the same mistakes we're seeing now. To me, that is. I mean, as the season goes, your batter should be getting better and picking up on stuff that they're having problems with and getting better, changing their approach at the plate. And we haven't been seeing that. So that's got to be on the coach.
And
Matt Thompson
final tonight. They await the winner
does
of Oklahoma,
say his philosophy is
game.
Just let them go play.
On the Citadel.
I watched the interview. Well, sometimes you got to put a hands-on coaching experience.
Will have their hands full with Georgia Tech.
That's a pretty backhanded reward, isn't it?
You get your hands dirty.
Do the hard work to get out of this Lawrence Regional with this atmosphere. Of course, some baseball left to be played over in Atlanta. But there's a good chance that's where the Super's going to be come next week.
Bottom third of the order, Robinette, Pompey, and Turner for the Razorbacks here in their half of the third. Robinette has a 1-ball, 2-strike count. The first baseman hitting .244.
And then sometimes too, man.
1 for 3 yesterday.
Guys just
his one
have
count
it down
over
here,
the batter's
but
eye.
I just
second home run of the season.
I can't say the whole lineup has had a bad year.
He's 2 for 7 in the regional. 1-2 from Maher's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Maher has faced 6 batters who have retired all 6, 3 via the strikeout. Swing and a miss. Really good pitch underneath the hands. 1 down.
You're not seeing stuff or locations right now that's remnant of a true freshman getting the ball started game just for the second time. See this tight spin up and underneath the hands of Reese Robinette. This is a guy that's seen a lot of college baseball in Fayetteville. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Cooper Maher.
Pompey looks to the strike. Batting in the 8th spot. Hogs third baseman, .266 hitter on the season. 1 for 8 in the regional. 1 hit coming day 1. This one's popped up. Shallow center field. Coming in for it is Garrity, giving way to Musakia. Makes the catch. 2 down. The Stanley Cup Finals get underway Tuesday night. Game 1 with the Golden Knights taking on the Hurricanes at 8 Eastern. Watch it live on ABC, and you can stream the game on the ESPN app. One ball, no strikes on Christian Turner getting the start today in right field. Turner, .250 batting average for the freshman. Takes a breaking ball in there.
Now 21 out of 32 in the strike zone is a pretty good start for Maher on the mound. Exactly what you've got to do against a lineup right now that's trying to find some sort of answer, some sort of adjustment that Arkansas can make.
1-2, a little bit tardy on that swing.
I think one thing you love if you're Mike Glavin, Kevin Cobb, and the coaching staff in the Northeastern dugout, the body language of your freshman on the mound right now. This is a lot of confidence he's throwing with.
Yeah.
Down a piece of it, fouls it straight back off the brick, and it ricochets to Harmony. Turner with 4 extra base hits on the year, double, a triple, 2 home runs.
Good thing you got a monster lead.
Swing and a miss. 9 up, 9 down for the freshman Cooper Maher.
Now talk about how good Hunter.
Jesus. I don't know, impressive, if that's a team thing or if that's just something we don't do, but we do tend to look at that first strike every time. I mean, this guy, over 65% of his pitches have been strikes, and we're not swinging at him. But we swing at the crap sometimes. I mean, I don't know. It's frustrating that we don't have a better approach at the plate. It's definitely it's frustrating, guys. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and blow sunshine up nobody's ass. It is definitely frustrating to see your 1 through 9 batters go up there and everybody bats the same way. Look at strike 1, look at strike 2, or swing. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense why we're not getting any consistency. The games we win and we attack the at bat when we go up there. We're not passive at the plate. We're attacking.
We're at this point already. It has just flown by as we start the third, bottom of the third.
And right now we're not attacking the plate. We're just
once you get into that second half of
letting
April,
the pitcher dictate
gets
how
on
it
you
goes
pretty quickly. And that's the pretty thing about the season. We were talking about that before the game. It's not like you've got 162 in the regular season.
Right.
Everything becomes high leverage pretty quick.
Hendrik Giorgio, the shortstop, 208 on the season. 0 for 4 yesterday with a couple of strikeouts. 3 doubles, 17 runs batted in. Sophomore from Franklin, Massachusetts. Takes a called strike 3, painted on the inside part of the plate, just like that. McGuire's got his 3rd strikeout of the game. 1 away. How about
oh no,
Jason
Jason
facing elimination?
We will have a ton of football shows
There's a lot that could
as soon
happen
as the
today. Could potentially
Razorbacks
have
are done.
15 Super Regional
Whatever it
tickets
is,
punched by
whenever.
the end of the day. And, these are teams
We
Auburn,
will
UCLA,
transition
West
into getting
Virginia
ready
didn't
for
necessarily
football.
expect to be
We got
working
Razorbacks going to be
that
coming on
bottom
the
half of
show.
bracket.
We'll have call-in shows.
It's going to be good matchups all day long.
We will be doing something.
Can't forget about Florida State also facing elimination.
The Stars might take a little
Bentley, the
vacation, but
sophomore, batting in the ninth
we'll
spot.
definitely be doing
Cuts
something.
through that one. 0-2 count. You saw UCF in there. UCF got knocked out by.
You know, the thing
Milwaukee.
is, if you want my honest opinion,
Reading up on
the one thing that had me
them
worried
today. I
about
actually watched a couple of their games
this
earlier
weekend
year. This is
was our
Bowers
pitching.
foul.
And to be honest, we've had pitching. Our pitching's been
0-2.
good enough. We should be
On April 3rd,
2-0.
Milwaukee was 5-22 on the season. One of the
It's
worst
our
teams
bats
in the country.
that have let
Some
us
of the
down.
losses they had, they were run ruled by LSU, run ruled by Duke, and I'm talking 21-7, 20-3. Run ruled by Notre Dame, 16-2. UNLV, 14-4. They finished 22-31. They won the Horizon League tournament, the automatic bid, and all they've done is beat Auburn 13-8. And took care of UCF 13-6.
I'm excited for football to start too.
They're a game away from going to the Super.
I'm excited to start doing shows on football.
Again, you see how quickly it can come together.
Yeah.
Right? You've got to be playing right at the right time.
So foul back and out of play, 1-2 still.
That'll be the first Horizon League team ever to reach a Super Regional. Just one win away.
The old adage holds true, right? It's not how you start, but how you finish.
Yeah, I feel you, Hogfather.
Thought he had it.
Had to have just been a tick away. Trying to
Yeah,
dump that
Mobley,
fastball in the outer
it's
half.
been like backwards this weekend.
It's not a bad spot in a 1-2 count for Tate McGuire.
2-2 off the plate, full count. You know, I'm sitting here going back looking at the numbers. I mean, you go from 5-22 to 22-31.
They could, Pacer,
That's impressive,
and hopefully
man.
they do.
17-9 down the stretch.
Yeah, with that many losses that early on, very easy to
Hopefully
not
it's just
mail
not
it in,
too
but
late.
go through the motions.
Yeah.
And
3-2 foul back. Yeah, I mean, like the motivation, like we're 5-22, and you're just getting beat down, run rule after run rule.
look,
Yeah, I
just
agree,
tough to
Jeff,
take.
100%.
Week after week after week, but it starts going the right way. Start believing in it, and now
But he
you're
always had a winning record.
playing with house
Vision.
money. If you're
Yeah.
Milwaukee, playing with talk about playing with confidence.
2 hopper to Kojul. 2 down. Carter Bentley retired. Spins the lineup back to the top. Tyler Harmony coming to the plate. Credit to the coaching staff, University of Milwaukee.
Coaching money.
That's a heck of a job, just staying in it. Staying
Appreciate
in
you
the mental, as we're talking
subscribing,
about.
becoming a
It's such
member
big
of the
thing.
Star Squad. Welcome to the
As you're
family.
going through it. No, it's not 162 games, but it is still a long season relative to your other major sports at the collegiate level as far as total games played. It's all about finding a way to get yourself into a regional. Give yourself a chance.
0-1 pitch. Ball and a strike. Harmony with a base hit to left field. You get a lot of teams too that play these big non-conference schedules, and I'm talking about mid-majors.
That's pretty much what
And
I'm
the
looking at,
point of it
LC.
is to
Somewhere in
be
that
battle
neighborhood right
tested,
there.
right? So that when you get to conference play and/or a conference tournament, you've been there. This one lifted out toward right field, not very deep. Turner has to come in on it. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the right-hander Tate McGuire as he returns the
Tate
favor.
looking
Up inside
good.
the fourth here at
As
Hoagland
we go into
Ballpark
the
in
fourth
Lawrence.
inning. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Can't ask him to do much more. Oh, Bobby, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Them days are over, bro. I can promise you that. No more asking the starting quarterback if you can be benched so I can put the backup in. That crap is over. Just stick with it, Steven. We'll show you throughout leading up to football where we can get our 7 wins from. Not, you know what I'm saying, not 100% guaranteeing, but, we'll show you possibilities. Yeah, I mean, it should get easier now that you've seen the pitcher once, that you know what he throws. You got to pretty much, his speed. So usually the second time through the order, it should get better, but doesn't always happen, as we know.
ESPN is the home for the NCAA College Baseball Regionals for around-the-clock multi-game coverage. Scan the QR code below. ESPN Plus subscribers can
Jeff,
access
the whole point of giving predictions is before the season.
Squeeze play.
That's why they're predictions.
Top of the order coming up for the Razorbacks. Ruiz, Kojal, Helfrich against the freshman right-hander Cooper Marr. All he's done
if you
is
get
gone
to
9 up, 9 down.
That'd be like saying, let me pick
With 5 strikeouts.
Hold on a second.
Ruiz struck out
Get that off the
to
bottom
lead
of the
off the
screen.
ball game. 0-1. Lifted, fouling out of play. No balls and 2 strikes.
We're talking about Milwaukee a moment ago, and you never know what happens. You look at the College World Series participants from last year in 2025. LSU missed a regional this year. Louisville missed a regional this year. Murray State and Arizona missed regionals. You got UCLA, Oregon State, this Arkansas team fighting their way through the bottom part of the bracket today, and a Coastal team who played for the national title last year is 0-2.
Yeah.
And you never know. You can't take any, especially this day and age with so much roster.
I think
shuffling
Illinois,
going
Luke.
on.
No, that could be
Talk about
Northwestern. I'm not sure, to
Scholarship
be honest.
inequities, the NIL differences.
Off the end of the bat, out to shallow center field. That is a long run in for Garrity. One away.
Hey, that's progress. We hit a pop fly.
It's a whole new world, if you will. At this level, I mean, talk about you're recruiting guys year round. I mean, you always are. You're always recruiting. But you recruit a class to come in, and then once the season is over, you got to basically re-recruit your guys to stay. And if they go, then you've got to go get guys in. Bunted toward third base. Harmony was playing in. He's got to get rid of it quickly. Low throw, dug out. Nope. Off the glove of Ashatino. It trickles into foul territory. And we'll see how they rule that. Harmony was anticipating it, but it's the first base run of the game for Arkansas.
Yeah, sometimes you got to drop a bunt down and try and get things going. You see if it's picked cleanly at first base by Ashatino, you've got.
Unless they call that an error.
By a step or two, and it's a tough play with third baseman coming in.
They give Kojal a hit on that play.
I think they might be, Jason. I'm not sure, though.
He digs it out or throws it in the air. He's easily out. Here's Helfrich. Maher jams him. No balls and a strike. Helfrich struck out in the first.
Yeah, we've seen that overshift being played on Cam Kojal where it really opens up that left side of the field. And when you go through a first time through the lineup clean like this, 9 up, 9 down, anything that you can do to get Cooper Maher
I know Northwestern
into the stretch for the first time today. You've been in the windup for so long. That's your muscle memory. You have not had to go from the stretch besides any warm-up pitches that you elect to do between innings. Changes that rhythm and changes that timing just a tad, although it doesn't look to phase him.
LC coming through says Northeastern is in Boston. Okay.
Hit. Harmony charged with the 6th of the year. As it should be. Check swing, bouncer, foul. Count remains with no balls, 2 strikes. Still seeing some uncomfortable swings. Now the second time through the order.
I think Silverfield can do that, Aaron.
If anything, shorten up, get barrel to it.
Big hole on the right side. Ashatino holding Kojal and Criscola, the second baseman,
I think he's made
toward the middle.
Already a big step in that direction. just changing the culture in the kids, in the standards.
0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that feels like setup pitch, and the chase, as we talked about in his last at bat, the chase
I didn't
has
know
been
that either,
down
Jason.
and sometimes away for Helfrich on the year. You still got to be ready for that fastball, but there's a good chance that this is soft.
Checking in on Kojal. 1 stolen base on the year. Arkansas will run a little bit. There's guys that will. 87 bags. They'll pick their spots. Only been caught 13 times. 1-2. This one looped out to left field.
There we
There's
go.
the first hit. Kojal will stop at second. And the Razorbacks cooking here with a couple of men on and 1 out.
First hit of the game.
You had a good idea of what was coming there, especially with the regional that it's been for Ryder Helfrich, trying to get things going for himself at the plate. Gets a breaking ball, it's away from him, and not the hardest hit ball that you'll see off of his bat, but he's able to go out and just hook this into left field.
Arkansas 23rd regional final appearance. Northeastern 3rd. Zach Stewart steps in. He's DHing today. He swung at the first pitch and grounded out leading off the second. So he's 0 for 1 as they appeal, and Brian McGugan says he did not go. Outfield deep for Northeastern. Down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. A little bit different look now. Second time through the order and working from the stretch.
Yeah, you see it a lot of times too. If you move through a few innings like that, where you're
I don't know,
purely
Hawkman.
wind up, and now you've got to deal not only with going out of the stretch for the
KJ.
first time, but you're trying to navigate base runners,
Let's just see what he can
control
do.
that running game. And after the single, he's having a tough time finding the zone against Zach Stewart.
3-0 count on Stewart.
Let's load him
Souza
up.
on deck.
Put some pressure on this kid. There it is.
4-pitch
Good
walk
job.
loads him up. First walk of the game issued by Maher. We're going to get a visit here. The reality of it is you're 1 pitch away getting out of it.
There's a high probability that that's what's about to come out of the mouth of Kevin Cobb as he heads to the mound. We said this at the start. Have to try to avoid the big inning if you're Maher. The walk has propelled that for this Razorback offense. Go back to the
Hats,
opener
baby.
against Missouri State. First time today we're getting the chance to see the beer hats.
Yeah, they are out as the bases are loaded. A longtime college or a colleague of mine at MLB, Billy Sample, former major leaguer, used to say the bases are drunk.
All right, Souza, put one down in the corner.
Call timeout here.
Oh, my. What is that?
First little chess match of the day here. Only one AB that's occurred today with a runner in scoring position. Of course, a plate appearance a moment ago, but first real scoring opportunity of the day.
I'm biased. What's up, man?
Kojal at third, Helfrich at second, Stewart at first. Nolan Souza grounded out in the second inning, so he's 0 for 1. That was a ground ball to Ashatino at first base.
We got to get something out of this right here.
Maher going from the full windup. The first one down low, 1 ball, no strikes.
Four for 8 for Souza this year with the bases loaded. He's got himself 5 RBIs in that situation, and 1 or 2 of those goes a long way for the cause. if he's able to poke something out there right now.
1-1. So thrown 5 consecutive pitches out of the strike zone. That strike stops the chance. Outfield straight up. The 1-1. This is line
there
to
it
center
is.
field, a base hit.
There's finally a big hit when we needed it.
Being waved around, he will score. The throw goes toward third. Everybody is safe. 2-0 Razorbacks here in the fourth.
That away, Nolan. Yeah, right, Jim.
Now, this is what the great teams do. They hang around, and even when it's a slow start offensively, the first time that you get that chance, can you kick through the door? Nolan Souza gets a off-speed pitch that's up in the zone, puts it right back up the box for the ball game's first couple of runs. And still more meat on this bone with runners on the corners, just 1 out for the Hogs.
RBIs 31 and 32 for Souza. Runners at the corners for Micah New.
Come on, Micah.
A little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. This rally started with the bunt by Camden Kojual. Low throw by Harmony to first base. The error allowing him to reach to start this inning. Foul tipped into the mid. Long inning for Maher started. Retired the first 10 consecutive batters. This is fouled back. Pretty good pitch. Over the heart of the plate.
All right, New. You're on him now.
Yeah, talk about developing freshmen. This is a great chance for it here. A little bit of adversity for the first time after as good of a start as you possibly could have through the first 3. It will be interesting to see for both of these coaching staffs what the leash looks like. You're not worried about tomorrow. You're not worried about tonight.
Souza with 14 stolen bases over at first base. Called strike 3, a fastball in at the knees, 2 down.
Just an excellent spot on this heater down right at the knees, and it looked like it caught Micah New off guard. The pitch, if you're ready for it, it's not a bad one to hit over the heart of the plate. See, right above the knee.
That was right down the middle,
low
man.
thigh high, knows it immediately.
Come on, Micah.
That's that look where you're probably looking soft out over. You get a fastball that surprises you. Punch out number 6 in the day for the freshman.
Robinette takes outside. Hogs first baseman struck out, leading off the third. Zach Stewart, the base runner at third base.
Got to be thinking fastball at all times and adjust to the breaking ball.
2 runs in for Arkansas. Winner of this game will take on Kansas tonight. And tight 2-0.
Hey, Reese, step into that, buddy. We need to take one for the team.
And for Maher and Northeastern, you're trying to limit this damage right here to just 2 runs. Got jammed, floats one.
Oh, it's just good enough, though. That away, Reese.
Score. Trying to go to third is Souza. The throw is late. 3-0 Arkansas.
You hit one 450 yesterday, and today you hit one 40 feet.
Perfectly placed lob wedge.
But we'll take it.
Yeah, this is just bad luck for Northeastern. You see how far in on the hands this gets on Reese Robinette. You could not have put this in a better spot. I
Finally,
don't know
the
if I've
ball
seen
goes
a
our
ball
way.
hit that softly into that exact spot. No need to even round first base with where that one is, and a big 2-out RBI for Reese Robinette. Had the 2-run home run yesterday that cleared the center field wall. Arkansas will tack on another here late in the fourth.
Come on, we need an eruption.
Jam shot, are you kidding me?
Another one.
Down the line, and that is foul. You can't scout that.
No. And We've seen some pretty extreme shifts. You'll see some overshift. I don't know about playing somebody that far over towards the line, though. I agree with you, man. That's just opening the face and trying to get it up over that bunker. It's would have had a couple of RBIs with maybe a combined exit velocity of 48.
Poppy's 0 for 1. He skied one to right. His first plate appearance.
You're right. A hit is a hit.
This one laced but foul down the right field line. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. 3 runs in here in the 4th inning for Arkansas. A little movement now in the northeastern bullpen. 64th pitch of the game. 2-hopper to second. They'll go the short way, and the inning comes to an end. But not before Arkansas sends 8 men to the plate.
Now Nolan Souza with the bases juiced. 500 in that spot on the year. He picks up 2 big ribbies to get the scoring started. Arkansas playing from ahead here in the 4th inning.
Now we need another big shutdown inning from Tate. Come out and don't let him breathe. You know, it's one thing we've seen a few times this year, too, is when we take the lead, we tend to come out in the next inning and let the other team get something back. We can't do that today. We get out front. We got to put the jaws of life on them. Yeah, Jim, I just literally looked at your post and I said the same thing at the same time, brother. YT says, I hope this carries over to the next 2 games. Woo Pig Suey. Well, let's just get through this one first, but I agree. Justin, appreciate you subscribing. Welcome to the Star Squad.
3-0 Arkansas. 2, 3, and 4 for the Huskies.
Absolutely,
Busakia,
Jim.
Garrity, and Brinker. Carmelo popped out. The one and only pitch he saw in the first. 0 for 1. Big game yesterday. 2 for 3 with a triple and a home run. 2 runs batted in. Cute foul. 1 and 2.
One of the things this Huskies team's been doing so well here in this tournament has been responding. We've seen really all these teams. Talk about the competition in this Lawrence Regional. You had the top 3 seeds all within the top 25 of the RPI, and you had a Northeastern team coming off of a 4-game winning streak in their conference tournament. We're 2 seed last year for Mike Lavin.
This one looped down toward center field. Easy play for Mike Anu. 1 away. Northeastern team making his 12th tourney appearance, 5th under Mike Lavin. started off the CAA.
Well, I see what another $2 says. Hit the like button if
journey.
you haven't.
Losing to
Sub
Hofstra.
also.
And then ran the table with 4
Woo
straight,
Pig
including
Suey.
wins against number 1 Campbell twice.
You heard the man.
That's why when they lost the first game, they didn't stress. They came out, played well against Missouri State, sent them packing, and now trying to avoid the same fate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Garrity struck out at the first.
Well, and you know that's the message in the dugout, too, for this Northeastern club. And don't have to look back further than a week. Had to go a very similar type of path after losing that opener. They rattled off 4 straight. And to do that in that short of time, it takes everybody.
Out to right field. A base hit off the bat of Garrity. 3rd base runner of the game for Northeastern.
Well, we got to see this running game get going sometime.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. We've heard so much about it. 210 stolen bases on the year.
And I know you've got a dude behind the plate in Ryder Helfrich. At some point, you just feel like you've got to go back to what got you here. And that's been what it is for Northeastern.
211 stolen bases. Harmony had one in the first. Brinker skied one to right the first inning. Found this one back.
The guy in the first got
You're
thrown
talking
out.
about a guy in the mound, too, in McGuire, where he's really liked to go to the changeup with the breaking ball. So if you're able to find a pitch that you're comfortable with taking off.
A little bit bigger lead for Garrity. 20 stolen bases on the year. One and 2. Yeah, Mike Glavin doesn't move. He's just watching the game. There's no hand gestures. Nice dig by Helfrich. Ball bounced it about a foot in front of the plate.
Yeah, that's a really tough one to judge for a catcher, especially in an off-speed pitch. Got some hard bite to it late. It's another one. Not going to show up as anything, but that saves an extra base.
Yeah. 2-2. Brinker skies one out toward left. Not very deep. Ruiz has to come in toward the foul line. He's underneath it. 2 down. The sun is behind the clouds now. A little cloud coverage here. It's become overcast. Hoagland Ballpark here in Lawrence, 73 degrees. Slight little breeze blowing in from the southeast. Arkansas with 3 in the top of the 4th inning. We're in the bottom of the inning. A.J. Ashatino had a single his first time up. It was 1 for 1.
Since opening weekend, 3 2/3 is the longest that Tate McGuire has gone. And when you're playing out of that elimination bracket, so oftentimes you have to have an outing from a guy that goes a lot longer than you expect. Somebody that's able to chew up some innings. It gives you a chance to play catch up a little bit. You're playing an extra game against that 2-0 team. Obviously, you're not looking too far ahead in that dugout, but as you're thinking about the big picture, what's at stake, both these teams trying to earn a date with Kansas tonight, would have to beat the Jayhawks twice.
Ground ball, and that'll sneak through with a shift on. Turning and headed to third is Garrity, and Northeastern has runners at the corners with 2 outs. Second hit for Ashatino.
Yeah, you see the shift and straight up alignment with Souza, the second baseman. This is probably an inning-ending ground ball to him. But Ashatino able to beat it. And you talk about neutralizing this running game. If you're able to find a way to get to second base beforehand, that's a run. You're able to break the scoreless streak if you're the Huskies. Now, Garrity does a good job getting himself to third, but will take some other type of action to get the first run home for Northeastern.
Criscolo for 1. He struck out. His first plate appearance takes outside. Saw the graphic. Northeastern has had ample opportunities to score. This is their 3rd game. It's 3 for 21 with men in scoring position. 0 for 1 today. 2 balls, no strikes. A little frustration on the part of McGuire after delivering that pitch. Similar shift with Criscola at the plate as they had for Ashatino's. This one's pulled to the right side and under the glove. An Olay by Nolan Souza. A run will score headed to 3rd as Ashatino. Northeastern gets on the board. It's 3-1 Arkansas.
Exactly what I said
Sorry,
couldn't
man,
happen.
but I come from the school of with 2 outs on a 1 hopper. However hard it's hit, you got to knock that ball down.
Yeah, find some way to keep this thing on the infield. You see on the forehand, letting that one just play him a little bit too far deep. You get all the time in the world on this with how hard it's hit, as well playing second base. Unable to catch it cleanly. And this is what this Husky team's been doing here in Lawrence. And get hit with a jab, and they've thrown one right back. You may not get all 3 here in this 4th inning, but showing some sort of fight and resolve, it goes a long way. It's what you do. That's the only way that you're able to claw through a conference tournament like that if you drop the first game. Rattle off 4 straight. Again, backs against the wall. Have to double dip the Campbell Camels, who won the CAA regular season handily in order to get that automatic qualifier.
Souza gets charged with his 8th error of the year. Criscola at first base with 22 stolen bases. Cooper Tarantino bounces this one foul. Tarantino, first action of the regional. Skied one to right to end the 2nd inning, so he's 0 for 1. Talk about a little shot of adrenaline for the Huskies after seeing Arkansas send 8 men to the plate and score 3 times in the top of the inning to be able to scratch 1, if not more. This one's popped up first base side. Robinette, the warning track, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. But the Huskies do get a run on 2 hits and an error, and they leave a couple of men on.
It's all right. Could have been worse. Got out of it. That run shouldn't have scored. Souza should have been in front of that ball instead of trying to play it from the side. But, you know, turf makes the ball bounce a little higher than normally would off of dirt. There's factors. Could a play been made? Yes. Yeah, right, Fishman? Agreed. That was a heartbreaker. Yeah, I don't see a problem with Tate coming back out for another inning. He seems like he's still got good stuff.
3 runs at the top of the 4th for the Hogs. 1 on the board in the bottom of the 4th for Northeastern. It's our pleasure to welcome in Mike Lavin, the head coach of the Northeastern Huskies. And, Coach, I'd love to get your take on what you have seen from Cooper Maher. I mean, you talk about some moxie on the mound for the young man.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You know, a couple of free bases right there and one good hit by them. And then, you know, they get a big 2-out knock there over our first baseman's head. But really, he's been pitching great. He's competitive. We trust him, obviously, in a big spot. And he looks really good.
Now, Coach, we've been talking about the running game here all regional. Still trying to get that going. You guys have been doing it with the bats in your hands. Is that something we're going to see here later in the game?
Yeah, we just got to pick our spots. We don't run just to run. You know, we got to get in advantage counts. We have to like the situation. You got a great catcher behind the plate. He's quick to the plate on the mound. So if it's there, we'll go. We're not going to force it, but we're going to try to find a way to hit our way onto this thing.
Appreciate you, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
You got it. Mike Lavin is 12th season at the helm. 5th time that he's taken his team to a regional. 9-1-2 for the Razorbacks here in their half of the 5th. Christian Turner trying to bunt his way on. Pretty good baseball family.
Not bad per se. I think maybe above average, right?
Yeah, I would say
above average.
Yeah. Got a Hall of Fame brother. Now tipped into the mid. No balls, 2 strikes. Turner struck out in the 3rd inning. Well, 6 strikeouts for Maher. 1 walk. You talk about scouting and recruiting. This is, you look at Maher, out of Rhode Island. Good arm. You love the temperament.
Yeah, this is the guy that you build around. And
yeah,
we're talking about.
I agree with that, Ashton, too.
Had to be replaced for
I mean, as long as you're not taking, personal shots. If you criticize their performance, yes, I agree.
Bouncer toward 3rd. Tough play for Harmony. Off balance throw. Good one.
You ain't getting Christian.
With Turner hustling down the line.
He's too fast.
Base hit.
Tyler Harmony giving this everything that he's got over right on the 3rd base bag. Tough to get enough onto this if you've got a runner that can get down the line, and Christian Turner can do just that. It's a left-handed hitter. That's one you chop, and you're treating that like a bunt. You're treating that like you put it on the ground, getting out of the box as quickly as you can. And he beats it by about a half step for a leadoff infield single.
Ruiz showing bunt, pulls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Damien 0 for 2, a strikeout, a fly ball to center. Arkansas a total of 8 sacrifices on the season. Ruiz has 2 of them. Harmony playing it at 3rd base in anticipation of a bunt. Although nothing guaranteed. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Yeah, one thing we've not seen Arkansas do yet here in this Lawrence Regional is stack scoring innings back to back to back. It's been sporadic when it's been there. You're able to plate 3 in the 4th inning and get yourself a little bit of a lead, but you've got an opportunity to extend that, especially after Northeastern scratches one on their own across.
There goes Turner. Bouncer towards short. He only plays to 1st, so it essentially works as a sacrifice. Ruiz retired for out number 1.
That's where starting the runner comes through in a big way. And with a runner in scoring position, this is the guy you want at the plate in Cam Kozel. 2 big swings yesterday to get his 2 hits here in this regional. 0 for 2 so far today, but did score last inning.
First base is open, so you don't have to pitch to him or give him anything good to hit. Even though Helfrich is on deck, but this is the guy you don't want to have it beat you.
I think matchup-wise as well, this is the one out of the next 2 that probably favors Arkansas, just with what you've seen from Helfrich, although did have a single in his last at-bat away. But either one of these guys liable to do damage very quickly.
Floats this one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kozel grounded out of the 1st inning and bunted his way on, courtesy of an error by Harmony, to lead off, or probably with 1 out. The 4th inning started the rally. Eventually led to the 3 runs that Arkansas put on the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and they'll inside move. Turner not taking that big of a lead at second base, especially with DeGiorgio playing up the middle with Kojal at the plate. That hit him right in the knee. Kojal will take his base.
And he's wearing this better than a lot would, too. This is one that does not feel good right off of that front knee. If you've been following this Arkansas program at all, you know it's a tough cookie, Cam Kojal, but that is one that does not feel good. The team does not get hit by pitch very much, but elimination game like this, you're going to take any base run that you can get.
That's one of those ones where you can walk it off now. It'll start to stiffen up a little bit later. Helfrich takes a strike. It's the third time that Kojal's been hit this year.
Well, I guess if you want to look at the bright side, if you're Cam Kojal, he's planning on 18 innings of baseball today to keep that thing loose.
Helfrich 1 for 2 with a singles. He drives one out to deep left field. Does it stay fair? It does not. It hooks foul. Right size, wrong shape.
Well, as we were saying before, it can happen in a hurry with these guys at the plate. Saw him come through with a single, just his third hit of the regional, his last at bat. Did not miss this one by much. Very close to a 3-spot.
This one's out to center field. Chasing back is Garrett. He makes the catch. A lot of topspin on it. Tagging and going to third is Turner. So 2 outs and runners at the corners. I'll tell you what, Kojal doesn't look comfortable at first base. He could be setting you guys up. He's setting Northeastern up. Runners at the corners with 2 outs now.
You see Maher still fighting through it. Perfect through the first 3. And punched out 5. Just 1 strikeout since then, though. Only 2 stolen base attempts for Kojal on the year, and after that, I don't know if you start him. This is where you see some teams, though, when you're trying to squeak across another run, middle third of the ball game, an elimination game, where you start the runner, try and cause some confusion on the infield, and maybe sneak Christian Turner across the plate.
Stewart fouls it off. As I watch Kojal kind of take his lead gingerly and walk it back. I'm telling you, that's just not. That's the wrong place to get hit.
It does not feel good.
0-1. Ball and a strike. Stewart, a ground ball. That was into second. Walked and scored to the fourth.
There's very little soft tissue around that front knee.
And that wasn't a breaking ball. That was a fastball he got hit with. Two balls and a strike.
Yeah, especially now, the lead for Kojal is not one that has any intent to take a stolen base. I think this is one that 2-1 count. You're letting Zach Stewart swing away. Tried to bring home this RBI with the stick in his hand.
Three balls and a strike. The walk that he drew in the fourth inning. 4 pitches. You got Souza on deck. And another walk. So 2 free passes issued by the freshman have been to Stewart.
Now you start to wonder what buttons do we need to press, and how long or short is that leash for your freshman on the mound. And again, it's been fantastic today. This just his second career start. Both of those coming in as many weeks. 91 pitches last week over 5 2/3 innings. That 91 was the most of his young career by a wide margin, and we're starting to creep up to that as you see Kevin Cobb come out to have a conversation, maybe buy a little bit more time for that decision.
Beer hats are out with the bases loaded yet again. You mentioned so far in this regional they have not been able to back up a big inning with another. And they've got a chance to do it. This is what Souza did in his last plate appearance with the bases loaded.
And that's what you have to have when your backs are against the wall. Trying to work through the bottom side of the bracket. Nolan Souza getting that chance with the bases juiced just an inning ago and able to put this back up the box for a couple of RBIs. He'll get another chance at the same situation here, but with 2 outs.
RBI is 31 and 32. Maher from the full windup delivers a strike. Turner at third, Kojal at second, Stewart at first. 0-1. Ball and a strike.
Yeah, this is one of those that can give you some juice in either direction. Obviously, if you're Arkansas, if it's another base hit, you're talking about putting more runs on the board. But if it's your freshman getting out of a jam here, it feels as good as scoring a run the other way.
Five for 9 this year with the bases loaded. Those are Souza's number. He's got a good hitter's count of 2-1. Maher's pitch on the corner. That's a pitcher's pitch right there, 2-2.
And you remember last inning, it was an off-speed pitch that just floated too far up in the strike zone that Souza was able to put right back up the middle.
Now the 2-2. This is a shot through the left side, a base hit. Turner will score. Kojal being waved around. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's a good one. One hopper, and they got Kojal. Gunned down at the plate for out number 3, but Souza picks up his 3rd RBI of the game and extends the lead to 4-1.
Well, the Hogs are able to back this up. Souza's for the 2nd time as many innings coming through with the bases loaded, but a bullet on the back end of this by Carter Bentley to cut down Cam Kojal. It's just another run. Hogs lead it 4-1.
I don't know. Third base coach, I think you messed up on that. I don't know why you send Kojal on that. Especially as you see, he's not running real good with his knee. Just got hit with the ball. I would have held him at third. Getting a little greedy there. If there was somebody with speed running behind Turner, then yes, maybe. But Kojal's not that fast to begin with. But that was you got to give it to that outfielder. He threw a dart to home plate. Maybe third base coach is thinking, 9 times out of 10 they throw that ball up the line most of the times. But he threw a dart. Nothing you can say there. But good job, young man.
Okay. Dave Van Horn, head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks, kind enough to join us. Skipper, got to be thrilled with the way the offense kind of clicked the last 2 innings and score some runs for you.
Yeah, that was a good job. That was a clutch hit there, and then last inning, he'd been mowing us down pretty good. Second time through, we got a couple hits, got a break, and finally scored some runs on him because his pitch count was really low, and now it's high.
Coach Tate McGuire gave you 4 scoreless and going to the bullpen, obviously, for the first time here. What's the plan rest of the day on the mound?
Well, in a perfect world, it'd be nice if he could throw the rest of them, but I don't see that happening. See what we can do here and then go to the next guy.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate it. Good luck.
I don't even have an answer for that, brother, to be honest.
Parker Coyle, the left-hander, is on the bump, taking over for Tate McGuire.
I do believe our third base coach is
he's one of the guys.
Is he not a volunteer? I think he used to be the volunteer to play. He used to coach first base.
Missouri State. He faced 8 Bear hitters.
I don't know if he's getting paid now or not.
Punched out a couple. It was one that we said he didn't like the way he ended with a walk in that outing. We joked about the body language, but as one, you knew that he was going to get another opportunity, and he's going to have to come up bigger. You heard Dave Van Horn, obviously, with that extra game that you're having to think about in the back of your mind for Arkansas working through this elimination bracket. When you can get length from anyone out of your bullpen, such a valuable asset to have.
Ooh,
With that said,
that's
would you
not bad. I'll
see if you
give
can get an extra
Tate
inning out of
McGuire a good,
the way he had been pitching?
good start.
1 ball, 1 strike.
If you're asking me, I would have said yes.
4 innings, 1
especially
run.
with the 3-1 lead.
I'll take that.
You see the numbers for McGuire again. No earned runs, the 1 run coming home unearned, but scattering those 4 hits.
1-2. 62 total pitches for McGuire. Eight, 9, and 1 for the Huskies. DeGiorgio, Bentley, and Harmony. Chopper toward the middle. Kojal to his left. Plants and fires across. There's out number 1. DeGiorgio now 0 for 2.
It's good to see Cam Kojal moving around a little bit. Did not look good after that slide in to end the top half of this frame. A hit by pitch on the front knee.
The old double whammy.
And he's not going to give you much visually. You just know how tough he is, but that is one that you're fighting through the rest of the day today, and probably into tomorrow.
Carter Bentley, the left fielder, who threw out Cam Kojal. 0 for 1. Grounded out to short. Shoots this one down the right field line. This one's got a chance if it stays fair, and it is foul. Just sliced. We talked about it this weekend. Not a ton of room between the foul line and the wall in both corners. But that right field corner's been busy this weekend.
Yeah, it really has. And you can see that not only is it not a lot, there's next to no foul territory down there. So what you'll see, you're going to see these corner outfielders start to shut it down earlier than you otherwise might, just because you've got those retaining walls to contend with.
Lifted out toward right. It's playable for Christian Turner. 2 down. Winner of this regional will take on the winner of the Atlanta regional in the Supers. Georgia Tech wins it. They will be hosting next weekend. They're waiting the winner of OU and the Citadel.
Kansas looking to punch its ticket to the first ever Super Regional. Won a regional back in the 90s before the Super Regional format was in place. Come through in a big game last night against these Arkansas Razorbacks.
No balls, 2 strikes on Tyler Harmony. Well, it was a great crowd, great atmosphere last night. I anticipate if Arkansas advances to play Kansas again, we'll see that even more so tonight. One ball, 2 strikes.
Coyle's been tough against everybody, but left-handers hitting just .216 against him this year. It has been a tough matchup left on left when he's on the mound.
Shot to left field, a base hit. Harmony picks up his 2nd hit, both going the opposite way.
You know, we've been talking about building rosters and what you saw on the mound from the starter, Cooper Maher, especially the first few innings. Tyler Harmony, he's another freshman that's been manning the hot corner for you for the last almost 2 months. A couple of hits the other way, down in the count again to extend this inning here. And he's been in the mix, leading the charge for Northeastern at the top of the lineup.
Musakia takes the strike. He popped out in the first inning, skied one to center in the 4th. A 4-1 Arkansas lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Both teams with 5 hits. Both teams have committed an error. Now that running game gets a little bit more difficult with a lefty on the mound.
And as you get into the second half, too, you're more hesitant to run into outs on the bases. And you're going to stick with who you are offensively from an identity perspective. But if you were picking and choosing spots earlier, that becomes even more so the case here.
Parker wanting to do baseball. Didn't like that one after the breaking ball. Missed up and away. Pitch clock down to 2. Roller back to the mound. Coyle's got it. A 2-out single stranded. We played 5 here at Hoagland Ballpark. It is 4-1 Arkansas.
Yeah, Mark, they're doing it a little better today for sure. Appreciate that. Yeah, LC, I'm muted.
Four runs. Mahoney from Winchester, Massachusetts, making his 15th appearance.
Just 14 innings of work in those previous 14 appearances. Have been really a situational guy for the staff for Mike Glavin, but it has been particularly tough to face against left-handed hitters. 0.59 batting average for left-handed bats this year against Mahoney as limited action.
That's a foul ball as the ball hit the knob of the bat. 0-2 count on Micah New. 0 for 2 so far this afternoon with 2 strikeouts.
Well, Micah can't catch a break.
Pretty good rip at a high fastball.
Yeah, not bad. I don't know if I want to go back there with New. It has been quiet since that big 4-hit day to get things going for Arkansas on Friday night. If there's one thing that Arkansas has shown this weekend, there will be some chase, but it's got to be close. They're not going to offer something that starts down below the knees. They're proven they're good at trying to elevate and push these pitchers up. When way down and out, obviously not going to get a swing or an offer on that. Even to count up at 2.
The thing you're doing here, if you're Northeastern, it's obviously an elimination game. Want to continue to play and take on Kansas tonight, but get these young pitchers, players, some experience as you continue to build off of. And looking ahead to next year, obviously. I mean, clearly they're focused here now, but big picture. Throw them into the fire a little bit.
Yeah, it's multiple birds with one stone, I'd say. And again, the freshmen have carried a lot of weight for Northeastern this year, but you're exactly right. Yeah, that breaking ball a minute ago, that's where you want to go earlier in this count. Those 2 waste pitches that got you into this situation. It's not a good spinner. New still spitting on it away, but that's the one that potentially you get some swing on in an 0-2-1-2 count.
Another 3-2, and there's ball 4. Just missed a leadoff walk. Hey, coming up tonight on ESPN, the 2026 College World Series continues in Oklahoma City, where Texas Tech meets UCLA tonight at 7 Eastern. You can also stream the game on the ESPN app. Third free pass issued by Husky pitching. Second consecutive inning that the leadoff man has reached as Robinette fouls that one back. He's 1 for 2 with a single back in the 4th.
And I bet you he could put it back in that same spot if he wanted to. Down that first base line.
I don't even think that ball cleared the line of the infields. This one's ripped towards second. Criscola's got it, fires to first, but New is able to get back safely. 1 down.
Yeah, if there's not a runner on first base there, I think that's very reasonably caught by the first baseman. He's drawn in, trying to hold that runner on. It's the only reason that lands where it did, going back to that 4th inning. It's a nice job by New, keeping his head on a swivel. Hit hard, but right place, right time for Criscola.
New is gingerly getting off the base. Kind of an awkward way to go back into the bag. Appears to be all right. Here's Pompey. Hogs third baseman so far, 0 for 2. Criscola is shitting toward the middle. Ball to strike. There's that play of the liner.
I don't see anything there. These quick twitch movements, those liners, it's so hard to take that first step back, make sure you're still close enough. With aggressive as you see a lot of these elite base running teams are, you're trying to take first to third any base hit that you can. All about that jump early, but New able to get back in first.
One, 2 count on Pompey. Again, the Huskies outfield plays really deep. There goes New. The pitch is outside. The throw down is not in time. A stolen base. A slow developing play for the catcher, Cooper Tarantino. New picks up his 18th stolen base of the season.
We've been talking about the running game for Northeastern all weekend long. That's 5th bag of the tournament now for Arkansas, which is 4th among those teams that have made it into the regional round.
That is pulled down the left field line, has the distance, and that is just foul. Pompey with 15 home runs of the season, looking for his 16th, just out in front of it enough.
Now, similar what we saw from Ryder Helfrich earlier. This one a bit closer, though. See how tight that is down that left field line in the foul pole. This one hit on a line with a shade too much overspin on it.
That hit him up and in. That's the last thing you want to do, especially with a guy that looked like he was struggling this
hit him
regional.
in the head, in the face.
1 for 10
on that
and
shield.
a 2-strike count.
As the heater just gets away from him, up and in. Talking about this with some of these running fastballs. This is an Arkansas team, when they have put together offense, it's been with some help from the pitchers on the mound. Go back to Friday night against Missouri State. Their big inning in the middle was helped by a lot of free passes. Had an error and a walk in the 4th inning today where they put up 3
Michael
runs.
Strickland with the $2 super chat. Who's pitching tonight? Everybody, brother.
Offensive timeout for Arkansas.
We might even go sign Jordy Fromm.
The freshman
softball
Christian
pitcher.
Turner due up.
Bring her in.
He'll bat with 2 on. New at second base and Pompey at first, trying to extend their lead. 4-1 here at the top of the 6th inning.
And just 50 at-bats in the year for Christian Turner coming to the plate. 13 hits with 4 extra base hits on the season for the freshman.
Turner with a single in the 5th inning. 1 for 2 so far. Takes inside. 1 ball, no strikes. There's 1-0. Chopper towards second base. Criscola has to get rid of it quickly. Bobbles it. Everybody's going to be safe. Took his eye off of it. Don't know that you're turning a double play there with Turner running down the line. But they had a chance to get the second out.
And all the more, it just pours a little salt in that wound. You see Turner just getting on top of this and a traditional rollover to second base. It takes that extra hop there, and as it's moving towards an infielder there on this turf field, it's picking up topspin as it goes. See, that one just eats him up. You take your eye off it for just a little, gets too deep into the hips, and everybody is safe. It's what we talked about for Northeastern. Have to try and avoid the big inning, but now the 3rd chance for the Razorbacks with bases loaded today.
Fourth error committed by Criscola. Mahoney will work from the full windup here. First one to Ruiz is down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Keep in mind, Mahoney's only worked 14 innings all season long. Inning started with a leadoff walk to Micah New after getting ahead 0-2. Ruiz 0 for 3. He dropped down a little bit on that arm slide. It's 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, you can tell trying to guide that breaking ball just a tad here in the 6th inning. Has not been close enough to get any action.
This one shot down the line, slicing foul and out of play. The old tradition of the beer hats with the bases loaded for Arkansas.
Hey, Ozzy, you said you were working, not at the game.
Base hit plays really big here. Give yourself some real distance between yourself and the Huskies.
Chopper toward the middle. Criscola, 2 hopper, flips over to Georgia. 1 to first, and out at first is the call. I'd imagine they'll challenge it. If the call stands, it'll end the inning. If it gets overturned, it'll be 5-1 Arkansas.
Yeah, it's one of those that we talked about
They
last
must
night
have saw
late in
something
the
because
ballgame.
he
Get
come
into
out
the
quick.
second half. Why not challenge it? Because it extends the inning here. Damian Ruiz can fly down that line. And just one at bat after that error at second base. Charlie Criscola gets another opportunity.
Ooh, he might be safe. He's on the bag right there.
It looks like it's in that glove. You're splitting hairs on a lot of these. It's another big hop. Got to play it from behind second base. This is a tough one for DeGiorgio, the shortstop, because you got to get your hips flipped all the way around to make that strong throw. It does not take much to allow Damian Ruiz to beat this out.
I think they're going to call him out, though.
Out on the field, so they've got to see something definitive.
Huskies hoping it is a call that stands. Keep the deficit just 3-1, or 3 runs, pardon me.
That's only in the playground, D Black.
5-1, and Arkansas still hitting.
There's no such thing as side goes to the runner.
NCAA Replay Operations Center in Pittsburgh.
That's one of those could be a shot in the arm for the Huskies if you're able to. You pull a rabbit out of the hat with the double play if it stands.
After review, the call at first base stands as out.
There it is. It's a double play that ends the inning. So the Huskies get out of it. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, that was a little too close. I didn't think they were going to overturn that. Impressive with $2 super chat. Appreciate you, brother.
What's in your wallet? Beautiful day for baseball. The sun was out
Nothing.
earlier. A little overcast skies, but no threat of rain today, unlike the previous couple of days. Elimination game between Arkansas and Northeastern. 4-1 Hogs. Winner will take on Kansas at 5 Central, 6 Eastern. Kansas looking to advance to the Super Regional. 3, 4, and 5 for Northeastern here in the 6th inning. Garrity, Brinker, and Dashatino. Coyle out for his 2nd inning of relief. Gave up a 2-out single, but nothing else in the 5th.
Nancy, if you're watching from your lunch
Garrity
break
went
at
for 2,
work,
struck out looking in the 1st.
big
Singled
salute
and
from the
scored in 4th.
Sarge. Shout out from Impressive.
That's where you got to start putting it together offensively. if you're
And I'm
Northeastern
bringing
as
the
well.
Ephus pitch back tonight, real life.
Coyle on the mound. You heard Dave Van Horn earlier. Would love to have him finish this thing out. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of ball game left. But you've got Ethan McIlvain looming out in the bullpen as well. Now you wonder if he enters into this ball game will, I think, entirely depend on the score. That's a good start here in this 6th inning, though, for Coyle.
Locked him up.
It's not quite the strikeout performance that we saw last night from Arkansas pitching, but a good one here to get things going. It's so important against a team like this.
Mr. Kyle, we have won 5 in a row twice
their
this
identity
season.
to keep that leadoff man off. Now you're working from behind the 8 ball with 1 out.
So it can be done.
The base is clear.
Brinker, the DH, has skied one to the outfield twice. Hit this so far. Drives this one out to center field. Mike Canu's got to go back on it. He'll pull up. Does it have enough to get over? And it does. Big fly off the bat of Matt Brinker, his 9th of the season, and cuts the deficit in half. It's 4-2 Arkansas.
That's what it's been for the last game and a half now for Northeastern. They've been doing it with the slug and the extra base hit. They've got the most in that category.
Said,
in this
we still winning though.
So far.
We'll pick Suey.
Picking up a big one here. We've talked about how you've got to clear that batter's eye in center field.
Madeline Hogs.
Pitch that's elevated. He extends all the way through it. All Mike Canu can do is look up and watch. The Huskies are hanging around here late in this one.
9th home run that Coyle has allowed this year. A.J. Ashatino, 2 for 2, a couple of singles. Two balls, no strikes.
Now they have been doing it in the ways that we've talked about with so many others
impressive.
In this regional. These teams having to be versatile. And maybe a little something brewing too. Coyle fishing for it here, 3-0.
Yeah, you can see the frustration. We saw that in his first outing. Chris Cole on deck. 3-1. Six hits now for the Huskies. 5 for Arkansas. 3-1. Late on that one. Full count.
That's a nice job just hanging around on the count, getting back to full. 2-run lead here. Have to figure you're challenging.
Spoiled borderline pitch. That's the one as a pitcher you're like, man, that was a pretty good pitch. That was a good location. Kind of pulled the chute late and spoiled it. Northeastern's offense, the regionals. Ashatino works the walk. Biggest thing for Northeastern in the regional, this regional, is their inability to get runners in from home and when they're in scoring position. That's been the biggest problem.
You heard Mike Lavin say this yesterday, but there's been some visible pressing when you get into those situations. Guys trying so hard, squeezing the bat a little bit tighter. Maybe you're extending the plate, being overly aggressive. And against a pitching staff like this for the Razorbacks, that you cannot give them that much space. They'll exploit you with it. They've got too good of secondary stuff, can pound you in with the fastball when they want to. It's not that the Huskies have not been giving themselves chances. They've had plenty of them here in Lawrence. You just saw 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position today. Even with men on, though, just 1 for 10 in that category for the Huskies.
Halford calling timeout, trying to get his reliever back on track. Dave Van Horn wasn't lying. He's hoping to get Coyle to get through a couple of innings.
If Arkansas is going to find a way to come out of this Lawrence Regional, they're going to have to do it the long way. Would have to win this one, would have to beat the Jayhawks tonight.
Typically, I go with baseball guys when guys that remind me of somebody. I'm going Parker Coyle. Reminds me of Keegan Bradley, the golfer.
That's a good call.
And especially since we're playing Northeastern, located in Boston. Ball and a strike.
You're showing your versatility.
I'm trying. I tried. It's day 3. About time I showed up.
Cross games here a little bit.
Criscuolo for 2. A strikeout reached on the air by Souza. That brought home the first run for Northeastern in the 4th.
I could see Parker Coyle getting its very similar routine too, spinning the club around.
Yeah.
Hello, Miss Veronica.
Throw over to first.
Hope you're having a great Sunday.
Ashatino. Cooper Tarantino on deck. Matt Brinker cutting the deficit in half with his 9th home run of the season. 4-2 Arkansas. The pitch outside. Can't leave it up.
I think asking him to finish it would be a tough task. Most he's gone in the year 3 2/3 innings, but that was one time.
Criscuolo goes down for out number 2.
Just a really nice location on this slider down and away. So tough for a left-handed hitter. Feels like it's breaking a mile across the hitting zone and ends up down and out. Coyle doing a good job pulling out pitches when he needs to. Picks up his 2nd strikeout here in the 6th inning.
Tarantino twice is popped out. 1 ball, no strikes. Bigger lead at first base by Ashatino. 16 bags on the year. There's 1-0. Foul at the plate. Tarantino came in batting .245, 4 home runs, 20 runs batted in on the season. Will Fosberg caught the first 2 games for Northeastern. Had a home run in the first one. Foul back, 1-2.
This is one of those, he's got the ability to bury this down and in towards that back foot for Cooper Tarantino. Doing a nice job keeping the ball down here late in the 6th.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 37th pitch thrown by Coyle. Tarantino skies it foul. The first base side. Ashatino was on the move, so he'll have to head back to first base.
Now that at least gets you thinking about it. The stolen base, I think. If you're Coyle in a 2-2 count, you were still just worried about the mitt of Ryder Helfrich behind the dish.
Bobby, it's 4-2, so I don't.
Getting out of this 6th
I don't
inning,
care
worried about the batter only.
Y'all can figure that math out.
2-2 again. Full count. Ashatino will be on with the pitch now. But they should try to get that tying run on base. They have it at the plate right now. DeGiorgio on deck. There goes Ashatino, 3-2. Chopper toward third. Poppy has a short hop go off his glove. Everybody will reach. And that's one of those, if you'd have to do it all over again, you've got a catcher running out of the batter's box, maybe hold up and not have to play that short hop.
It's chopped so high you can make a decision. You see it's just a little late. It's too far out. He's got his weight a bit too far in front of his body, not able to corral that cleanly. He knows it immediately too. And yeah, you can make that decision. He's coming in on it anyways. If you hold up, you got enough on that arm to get it across the diamond. Instead, everybody's safe, and your left-hander's got to continue to do some more work. Couple of men on now, and again, it's one of those scoring chances for the Huskies. If you're going to have any shot of trying to survive through this second elimination game in as many days, you've got to start finding a way to come through in these RBI situations. 0 for 3 with runner in scoring position. That has been the headache for Northeastern all regional long. Mike Glavin wants to talk to his offense. Everybody going to come together down the first base line.
Tenth error of the year for Pompey at third base. Second error committed by the Razorbacks. So both teams have had their defensive miscues today. Total of 4 errors combined. Second time in this game that Northeastern's had multiple base runners on board. They scored 1 in the 4th and stranded 2 in that inning.
Boy, a lot of eyes coming up on that game next after us too. UCLA and St. Mary's. Bruins find a way to survive yesterday.
3 in the 9th to walk it off. DeGiorgio 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground ball to short. Ashatino at second, Tarantino at first. This one looped out toward left center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Ashatino will come around to score. It's a 1-run deficit now for Northeastern, as Arkansas's lead is now 4-3.
Well, the Huskies just keep hanging around, don't they? Henry DeGiorgio going out first pitch, attacking this one. He's able to loop it into left center field. And now you've broken that seal here with the runner in scoring position. That's been the monkey on the back for Northeastern all regional long. And you wonder if that opens the floodgates for him. You're going to have to do it against a new arm. Dave Van Horn heading out to the mound to go get Parker Coyle.
Yeah, 40 pitches for Coyle, and much like his first performance here, shaky at best. We got ourselves a pitching change. Mike Glavin jogging toward the first base side, clapping with his guys. Got ourselves a little bit of a ball game, looking for more. 4-3 Arkansas. Northeastern still batting here in the 6th. Us and the ESPN app. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home for all NCAA championships. 2 on, 2 outs, 4-3 Arkansas. Carter Bentley coming to the plate. New arm, Steele Eves, makes his second appearance of the regionals.
Yeah, 2 innings of work against Missouri State on Friday night. Surrendered just 1 hit, had a punch out as well. See the numbers on the year for Eves. Fastball up to 95.
Bouncer through the left side. That's a base hit. Being waved around is Tarantino. We are tied at 4. First pitch swinging. How big is that error by Pompey now?
Your margins are just next to nothing when you get into these elimination games in this regional round. Back-to-back first pitch swinging for Northeastern, and a team that the bugaboo this weekend has been these scoring opportunities with runners on second or third base, but you're able to come through with 2 massive ones here to tie the ball game up. It was a 3-spot for Arkansas back in the 4th inning. 3 of their own for the Huskies here.
Chopper, first base side. Off the mound is Eves, and he will retire Harmony, but not before Northeastern strikes for 3 out of the blue to tie it up.
We got a ball game here. Matt Breaker got it started here in this inning, but we are all square at 4 going to our last third. Hogs coming to hit in the 7th.
At that point, to take a 3-0 lead, Northeastern got a run at the bottom of the inning. Arkansas got it back in the 5th to make it 4-1 until that bottom of the 6th inning with 3 runs coming across. 2, 3, and 4. Kozel, Helfrich, and Stewart for Arkansas. This one pulled to the first base side. Ascentino has it go off his glove on what should have been perhaps the first out of the inning, and instead it'll go as an infield base hit for Kozel.
Now, first baseman Ascentino over in the hole on the right side. Would have been a tough play for him because it's a long toss, but doesn't matter anyways. Ricochets off the glove. It sure looked like Tom Mahoney was going to get over there in time, but you're right. Instead, it's a leadoff base runner for Arkansas. Wondering if they can respond to the 3-spot put up in the bottom of the 6th.
Helfrich 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored in the 4th inning. Unlike the last time he was at first base, Kozel a little bit bigger leads. This one's in for a strike.
Ryder Helfrich, after a quiet first game and a half here in this Lawrence Regional, just 1 for 3 today, but just missed a big home run in his last AB.
This one's skied out to shallow center field. Garrity has to come running in. As mentioned, Northeastern, they're basically holding the walls up. That's how deep they play in the outfield. Kojal remains at first, one down. But I was going to say, Kojal, unlike the last time when he got hit, only had maybe a 2-foot lead at first base. Now he's getting that foot out on the green part of the turf.
He was nowhere near getting outside of that darker turf area. We're getting into crunch time here. It's where you don't know which run's going to come home and win this thing. Give yourself a chance in the regional final with the home team later tonight.
1 ball, no strikes on Zach Stewart. He's only seen one good pitch to swing at. That was the very first one of his first at bat. He grounded out. Since then, he's walked twice and he has scored a run. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Mahoney in his second inning of relief. He bobbed and weaved through that 6th inning. Got a ground ball double play off the bat of Damian Ruiz. On a call that was challenged at first base. Otherwise, it had been overturned. It would have been a 5-1 Arkansas lead, and Razorbacks still hitting.
But maybe settling in a little bit here in the 7th. Looks a bit more confident and can convict it into the strike zone. Saw him guiding that secondary stuff in his first inning of work last time out.
Another big lead for Kojal at first. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball down and in, 1-2.
That's a good one if you can live down there with that pitch.
Back-to-back freshmen for Northeastern on the bump. Cooper Maher got the start.
And even in just limited action this year, Mahoney has been really tough against left-handed hitters. 0.59 batting average from the left side.
Called strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. Stewart doesn't like the call, 2 down.
Now maybe really settling in here in his second inning of work. Goes breaking ball down and in. You go right back with a heater. And that is right at the knees. If anything, a shade inside. Stewart doesn't like it, but if you're looking out over the plate at all, that is going to catch you off guard. 7th strikeout of the day for Husky pitching. Trying to get back into the dugout and see if they can play from ahead.
Nolan Souza, multi-hit game. 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. 33 RBIs on the season. Quick throw to first. Kojal back. One ball, one strike. As you pointed out, much more relaxed looking Mahoney on the bump here versus the 6th inning. Breaking ball, that's drilled out toward left field. It is hit well. Tarantino going back, and that one is gone. A 2-run big fly the opposite way. For Nolan Souza, it's a 5 RBI game. It's 6-4 Razorbacks.
You just had to have somebody come through here in a big spot late in an inning again, and it's been that guy all day. Nolan Souza tacking on RBI number 4 and 5. See him go down and get that ball the other way, gets extended through it to left center field, and we have seen this backyard become a familiar landing place for long balls in this Lawrence Regional. Nolan Souza carrying the heavyweight for Arkansas today at the dish.
Micah New pulls one to left field, jumping on that first pitch. It's Carter Bentley in left, getting that ball back in.
That's been the theme in both Friday night and then today. It's been one guy in the middle of this lineup. It was Micah New on Friday night against Missouri State. It's been Nolan Souza today. That homer, just the first extra base hit of the ball game for Arkansas. 408 feet to left field.
That is a heck of a poke for Souza's 4th of the season. Reese Robinette 1 for 3.
Well, not only gives you the lead, just takes the wind out of the sails too on the other end. And Northeastern has been trying to break through all day with runners in scoring position. They pick up 3 in that 6th, but Souza's been throwing punches here all afternoon.
Souza's on the move, breaking ball, picked a good one, and not in time, so he picks up a stolen base. 15th of the year.
Appreciate that $10
Micah
super
New.
chat, Diamond Hog Sanders.
The stolen base.
Thank you for your support. Appreciate that very much.
5 RBIs for Nolan Souza, a season high. He had 3 against Alabama back on April the 11th. One ball, 2 strikes. That's what you've been talking about the entire weekend with Arkansas. You better score runs. You better get some separation because it can turn very quickly. Very experienced team. And that is drilled out to right center field. Towering shot. Robinette is getting into one. 2-run shot for Robinette. Extends the lead, 8-4.
And that was a grown man home run to right field. We have not seen very many go that far that direction for Reese Robinette. 435 feet. You want to talk about getting through a ball in the inner half. Using that big frame, that is going to go a long way. His second home run is many days of the 2-run variety up into the trees beyond the wall at Hogan Ballpark. Exclamation points being thrown by the Hogs here in the 7th inning.
Mahoney is done as Northeastern will go back out to the bullpen and bring a new arm in to try to get the 3rd and final out here in the 7th. A pitching change for Northeastern, 8-4.
Oh, wow. What $2 says, quit running it for everyone in the chat watching ahead. Yes, if you're watching ahead, I will put you in timeout. Don't spoil it for everybody. Wait till after it happens. If you genuinely call it, then that's okay.
Pitch from Hauser hits Pompey. It's a second consecutive plate appearance. He's been drilled up and in.
I just wonder if it's starting to get a little long in the tooth for Northeastern. Here's the 18th appearance of the year for Hauser. He's punched out 24 in 20 2/3 innings of work. That one just getting away from him. And that actually looks like it's off the hand of Pompey. You saw that hand protector.
He's got a monster lead. I figure he's taking off, and sure enough, that's typically the move. You get hit by a pitch, you go first pitch, and he comes off the base and he's out. He had the stolen base but slid through it. But it doesn't matter as Arkansas got the long ball party started here in the 7th.
Yeah, this is what you needed in a big way. Nolan Souza with number 1, 5th RBI on the day, and Robinette with the exclamation point late. It's 8-4 Arkansas.
For over 100.
Eight to 4 Arkansas here in the bottom of the 7th. Eves back out of the bump for the Hogs. Northeastern setting up 2, 3, and 4. Busakia, Garrity, and Brinker. Boy, that let the air out of the balloon very quickly in the top of the inning.
Yeah, you've just been doing such a good job if you're Northeastern of hanging around, keeping it close, and still can put up 4 runs. We've seen them do it with the slug as well. Did it in yesterday's ball game to move on to this elimination game. But with those couple of swings, it feels like Arkansas starting to get a little heat check going.
One down. Ozaki 0 for 4. It'll bring up Garrity.
And now you're at the point of the ball game too, where you're starting to think about the outs that are left to play with and how many ample scoring opportunities you're going to have. We've been talking all regional long about the running game for Northeastern that just has not been there. You get the sense at this point you're going to have to find a way to hit your way back into this ball game if you're going to move on again. And on the other side of things, if you're Arkansas, you've gotten a little bit of distance now. Obviously, you're not comfortable until that 27th out is recorded.
Right.
But if you're able to move through this elimination game today without having to go to another big arm back in that bullpen, it sets up another matchup with the home team Kansas Jayhawks later tonight.
What a difference that cushion makes, doesn't it? Lets you breathe a little bit.
Completely changes the psychology all around.
Garrity bouncer back to the mound. Eves has got it. 2 down.
Remember, 31 pitches on Friday for Steele Eves, but you know that Arkansas would love to have him carry this thing through. And quick comebackers like that is what's going to get you there. Just 7 pitches.
Breaker takes a strike. We'll credit Dave Van Horn for changing the lineup around. Moving Souza up to the 5 spot behind Stewart. Certainly paid dividends in this elimination game so far. 1-1.
Yeah, he's done this a time or two in the postseason and found a way to come out of these regionals in tough spots.
Brinker lifting one. First base out into foul territory. Robinette runs out of room. It's that side wall.
When you go back to 2022, the last time that Arkansas had to go on the road in a regional format, they won that one in Game 7, but were in the 2-0 spot. Remember that Oklahoma State Stillwater regional where, I don't know, 1,000 runs were scored over those 3 days?
Right.
A little bit of a different setup and situation as far as working through the elimination bracket, but they've had to do it on the road in Game 7 before.
This is a shot out to right field. Breaker's got himself a second hit of the game. Good piece of hitting going the opposite way. Homered in the 6th. So man on for Ashatino.
It's going to have to be boring a little bit for Northeastern. You're going to have to get some traffic out there. Look at Brinker on the year. He's 8 for 8 in bags, but this is one you're going to just need to stack some quality at bats back to back to back to back.
1-0. Ashatino on board 3 times, 2 singles and a walk. Both teams with 9 hits now. And that's drilled down toward left center field. Moving back on it is Ruiz. Micah New at the wall. Ruiz, that is gone into the backyard. A 2-run big fly the opposite way. A.J. Ashatino, his 3rd hit of the game. 6th home run. All of a sudden, the deficit is 2.
Well, if you wonder how these guys ran through the CAA tournament last week after losing their opener, you're getting a real good look at it. They will not go away. A.J. Ashatino having as good a game as anybody at the plate. Talked about what Nolan Souza has done for Arkansas, but Ashatino, a couple of 2-out ribbies, 377 feet into a lawn chair in the backyard. This is going to be a boxing match all the way through the 9th.
Criscola ahead of the count of 2 balls and no strikes. The Husky second baseman 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts and reached on an error by Souza back in the 4th. 8-6 Arkansas, bottom of the 7th. There's a strike, 2-1. Eighth home run allowed by Eves this year. 3-1. Cooper Tarantino on deck. Hit to the right side and through with Souza playing on the shift. Criscola's got us 2-out single. 11th hit for the Huskies. And it brings up the tying run in Tarantino.
I'm starting to wonder if we got the right scouting report on how these guys play offense, because it has been anything but that. Get on and steal your way around. These guys have really been swinging the bat. You heard Mike Glavine say it earlier. He said, we're going to pick your spots. We're not just going to run for the sake of running, but out hitting the Hogs right now.
1 ball, no strikes. Two-run home run by Ashatino, drawing the Huskies within 2 here in the 7th inning. This after Arkansas put 4 on the board at the top of the frame. One-0. Big swing and a miss. Looking for the heater. Got the spin piece. 1 ball, 1 strike. Long hold. 1-2. Staying away from him. You see Tarantino looking back to the home plate umpire. Brandon Henson asking if that pitch would have been off the plate.
It's a really nice one where it was. Would not be surprised to see some similar location. You got him to swing and offer at that one. You try and extend the plate just a little bit here.
There goes Criscola. The throw down to second hits the body, but Kojal's backing up. So it's a stolen base for Criscola. He's in scoring position and a 2 ball 2 strike count on Tarantino.
That's a break for Arkansas. This goes off the body of Charlie Criscola here. Saw that throw from Ryder Helfrich to start to leak. And you wonder if he's talking about the batter sliding over a little bit, some interference.
2-2 now. Swing and a miss. Got him. Just blew it right by him. Northeastern draws within 2, though. Kirk able to put together here at Hogan Ballpark. Exciting weekend and atmosphere. Elimination game 8-6. Arkansas leads it here in the top of the 8th inning. 9-1-2. Turner, Ruiz, and Kojal. Hauser back out. Threw one pitch, hit a batter, threw a second pitch, got it caught stealing. That's how you do it. That's clean living as a reliever. Well, at least it's one way.
It is one way. And in whichever way you've got to do it, you've got to figure it's got to be another clean eighth here.
1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Turner getting to start out in right field with Stewart DHing today. He struck out, singled, and reached on an error. Three balls and a strike. This is what you cannot do is gift base runners, especially a 9-spot hitter. Turn the lineup over with traffic.
It sounds like broken record, but how many times you see it with a multi-run inning and fall into a 3-ball count, still have a chance to stay in it if you're Joseph Hauser.
And he walked the leadoff man to start. All you're doing is asking for trouble. Here comes Mike Lavin. I wonder if he was planning on going hitter for hitter. Get the out, let him go for another hitter. He's going to take the
$10 super chat from Brent.
Yeah, you just don't have time to flirt around.
Thank you for streaming all season. I enjoy your
season's
commentary as well. Much better than the official announcement.
Pitching change here in the 8th.
Right, thank you,
Arkansas
Brent.
by 2.
Appreciate having you. I'm glad you're here. That means a lot.
Class, today we're talking.
Mine's out there. We can back off of that a little bit. We're getting a little bit crazy with it today, though. But they are right. Just don't spam it over and over again. You got a right to disagree with what you're seeing and voice your opinion. Just you don't have to keep saying it over and over again. As long as you ain't using profanity or something derogatory, then it should be fine. But you got to remember, there's other people that want to watch this and enjoy it too that do not think the same way you do. That's the great thing about America. That's why I chose to fight for this country.
Here at the top of the 8th inning. They've just picked up a leadoff walk. Mike Lavin's gone to the bullpen. It's left-hander David McSweeney makes his second appearance of the regionals. The redshirt sophomore, 6'5", 195.
Now 2 2/3 against the Jayhawks in the opener of this Lawrence regional. You see the numbers on the year for McSweeney. Won't necessarily rack out the strikeouts, but tends to be in the strike zone. 48 pitches on Friday. It's a fastball slider attack, but he's got no room to play around with. You have to get into the strike zone immediately for McSweeney here.
Hope for ground ball double play to get you out of this inning.
Not this year, B-Trap. Unless we go on an amazing run. You know, some miracle happens.
A double play that ended the 6th inning. He's 0 for 4 today. Shows bunt, takes downstairs.
Losing that
no strikes.
First 1-0 game really sets you behind. It's really hard to come back from that.
Left-hander on the mound is falling off towards the third base side. You've got that push. If you're able to get it past the pitcher's mound. If Ruiz tries to go back to it again, doesn't square around on this pickoff attempt.
Talked about it a couple of plate appearances ago. 2 sacrifices on the year for Ruiz. 8 total for Arkansas.
I just keep calling a spade, brother.
1-0. It's a bunt back toward the mound. Plays to first. They get the out. The sacrifice.
And don't get me wrong, I would love it if we did.
Position.
It's a nice job by McSweeney of fielding his position here, and that a true sacrifice. No attempt on that push to the right side, so this is just a move here to get a runner to second base for your 2 big bats, Cam Kojal and Ryder Helfrich.
One for 3 today. Was hit by a pitch back in the 5th.
I know you don't. I know you don't mean that, Ace.
One 0. Trying to get those 2 runs back on 1 swing. 9 total runs have been scored from the 6th inning on.
Yeah, Georgia Tech's a monster, man.
And 5 for Northeastern, but Arkansas with the 2-run lead. Kojal takes just off the plate. 2-1.
And you can see left on left, everything is working across the plate.
They're going to have
now.
to make
This is what
moves,
you
Nathan.
just got to stay in.
There's no
If you're
choice.
Kojal. If something leaks inside, he could do some damage to the pull side, but we've also seen him go the other way, and it's wide open on the left side of the field.
And that hits Kojal up and in.
Damn, they've beaten the shit out of us.
And you see up and in, ball just going straight down here. Cam Kozel's getting beat up today.
Got drilled in the knee back in the 5th inning. This one off the left wrist.
And you just get handcuffed. That left-on-left matchup from the slot that McSweeney has. It just looks like that ball is coming straight for the center of your chest as you're trying to get that swing started. It looks to be okay, but it's going to be a black and blue evening for
Brennan,
Cam Kozel
appreciate
later
you
tonight.
subscribing. Welcome to the channel.
Appears to be all right. 2 on. Glass half full if you're Northeastern. You double plays in effect now. Ryder Helfrich, 1 for 4. Single with a run scored in the 4th inning. You got Turner at second. And Kojal at first. Good speed on the base pass. And that one's down low. Helfrich's only grounded into 1 double play this year. A strike. Borderline at best. It's 1-1. It's a little frustration from Helfrich after that pitch.
He's doing good, Reese.
A 248 hitter with men in scoring position.
Growing like a weed.
It's 1-1. Chopper towards second, right to Criscola. He feeds to Giorgio. On to first, double play. The second one he's hit into this season. Perfect timing. And a big, big out as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
We got to.
We had so much to replace after last year. It was just hard to get every player that you brought in through the portal and make sure that they were going to hit and be, the player we needed them to be. It's just hard to do that when you got to basically replace your whole offense and pitching staff. And remember, we ain't got the biggest NIL budget for baseball. Arkansas Traveler, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you for subscribing.
Extend that lead for Arkansas. We've got a bloodbath going on here right now, and this one is going to go down to the 27th out in the 9th inning. Northeastern will not go away, but Souza has been fantastic at the dish for Arkansas today.
5 RBIs, ties a career high for him. Did it back on April the 6th of 2024 against Ole Miss. 8-9-1 for Northeastern. DeGiorgio, Bentley, and Harmony. Husky shortstop 1 for 3 and an RBI single in the 6th inning. He's ahead of the count at 2-0. Ground ball toward the middle. Souza to his right, got the backhand off balance throw, got him, 1 away.
No, we have very little.
This is when
NIL,
execution
Bobby.
becomes paramount. We've had 4 errors in this ball game, and we've seen some misplayed balls in the outfield lead to some big
Comparative.
offensive innings in this Lawrence Regional so far. You can start to see the finish line. Have to stick to the fundamentals. A nice job on the backhand for Souza.
And that hits Bentley. And that'll bring up the tying run at Harmony.
Now we're seeing both of these pitching staff give some chances to these offenses that are starting to come alive in the second half of this ball game. Another hit by pitch here. Only 1 walk issued by Arkansas pitching today, but that's a free base. And now you've got the top of the order, chance to tie the game up.
I know, Ashton.
Harmony 2 for
You
4
got
with a couple of
everything
singles.
figured out.
Downstairs gets away from Helfrich. And Bentley dropping anchor at first base.
Yeah, I just don't think he saw it because this gets far enough away, even with as good of a defensive catcher as Helfrich is behind the dish, all SEC defensive team. There was no movement at all from Bentley.
One of the few guys you've seen for the Huskies that did not anticipate.
Tell me what the
ball
problem is then, Ashton.
in the dirt, or in this case, the brown carpet.
And he can go. He's got 12 bags on the year. I think just didn't see this one.
Down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Now Helfrich,
I understand what you're
Call time
saying,
ahead of the
and I'm
mound.
not saying we're
second consecutive batter.
Winning
as he
8-6.
falls behind 2-0. Was helped out with
over Northeastern
Georgia
because
getting
of
a
our
little overly
NIL.
aggressive and grounding out.
There's other issues. You're looking at one right there on the screen now.
Yeah, this is why
Behind Dave Van
you're
Horn.
not worried at all about trying to set up tonight or a potential Game 7 tomorrow. I mean, you're in an absolute battle both directions right now. You're going to do whatever you need to do to close out this ball game.
If
The Razorbacks on the mound.
if people think Nate Thompson ain't the problem,
You've got
or
McElvain and
pitching coach
Blooming
ain't
out there
the
in
problem,
bullpen. That is a real weapon. and
Dave
a
Van Horn
stopper.
ain't the problem, then what is the problem?
Yeah, I mean, you can't worry about tonight. If you don't win this one, it doesn't matter. Two-0 to Harmony. That's in there. 2-1. Harmony, the freshman from Fairfield, Connecticut, team leader in average, coming into play today, 354. It's gone up with the 2 for 4. 2 home runs on the season. He's driven home 18.
If NIL has nothing to do with it, then why does it have so
Could
much
be
to do with
two.
football?
Slow developing. Souza flips to Kojul, and they get the lead runner, and that's it. That was pretty close at second base.
In every other
2
sport.
down.
A big first hop on this is what allows us to be a close play at second base for Bentley. You see he's almost into that brown carpet before Souza even gets the baseball. No chance of turn 2 on this with how slow it's hit, but at least for Arkansas, you get that lead out at second. And 2 outs is where a lot of the damage has been done. 10 total 2-out runs in this ball game. 4 of them for Northeastern. Arkansas's got 6 of the 2-out run variety. And
that's a really good move by Eves.
you'll see a lot of throwaway moves these
I
days.
didn't
just to
say
keep them
Dave Van
honest, but
Horn,
that's
Dunk.
with the intent of
Did you hear me say Dave Van
picking off
Horn?
Harmony at first base.
Carmelo Musacchio, right fielder, 0 for 4 today, moving up to number 2 spot. Another throw over.
No, I'm not saying he's yeah, I will tell you that Ashton,
Maybe
that
91 with some sink on that pickoff attempt.
100%.
he has to take a bite of the pie too. He's responsible for some of the problem. I'm not afraid to say that.
This is Luke fouling out of play. The worst for first baseman is when you got that sun that's setting behind third. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock earlier in the year. That's brutal.
Yeah, you're saying your prayers that it hits you right in the mid on those.
Oh,
Has
okay,
not been an issue. You got
I
that
got
white
you.
pavilions back there that's been added this weekend. And again, has not caused any sort of challenge on those pickoff attempts this weekend.
Hog fan, that's exactly my point.
0-1 now. Right down Broadway.
There's not one
0-2.
big hole that says if we fix
That's what you
this,
want back if you're
everything's going to turn
Carmelo Musacchio
around.
at the plate. It's a
There's
good
a
pitch to hit.
multitude of
Fastball
small
catches
problems
a lot of the
that could
zone.
use tweaking, changes to make
Have
this
to make
team
something
better.
happen with 2 strikes and 2 outs.
Eves almost looked like he almost fell on that pickoff throw. Eves trying to get the Hogs into the 9th inning, up by 2. 0-2 now. Way outside, breaking ball. Short lead for Harmony at first. 1-2. And he got him to chase off the plate. For the 9th inning, Arkansas leading it 8-6.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said there, Ashton. But it also, the last part, lack of hitting the portal hard for arms, it takes money. These kids ain't going to come here for nothing when they can go make more money somewhere else. So, I mean, there is a coaching aspect of it. There's and a money aspect of it. Two things can be right at the same time. I don't think it's that much free clowns. No, I agree 100% with you, Ashton. I did see that, and they missed. Absolutely, yeah, I will agree with that 100%. They evaluated wrong with some of the players that they got. I will 100% agree with that. Been saying that all year. They had missed on some of their portal players, for sure.
And I anticipate a bigger crowd tonight. Should the Hogs advance to play Kansas in a rematch. Andrew Wirtz, the closer for Northeastern, comes in to try to keep it a 2-run deficit.
He's getting really familiar with this mound at Hoagland Ballpark. 3rd time on in as many games in this regional for Northeastern. It's the one that Mike Glavin walked on the mound. 30 pitches on Friday against Kansas, 22 pitches in a win against Missouri State yesterday.
That's probably a
Fort
true
Worth
statement.
punched out 2 here in the Lawrence Regional.
Can't argue
Has
that
to
because
keep
that's a
this an
solid
8-6 ball game,
starter.
give his team a chance.
And we're probably not switching our
Stewart,
rotation
Souza,
up
and
as
New
much.
for the Razorbacks here in their half of the ninth.
A team plays better when guys know their role. When you're changing constantly, it's just hard to get in a rhythm. When every day you're doing something different.
Stewart 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout. He's walked twice as well. DHing in this one after starting the first 2 games in right field.
Yeah, Ashton, I agree.
Sun tries to peek out here.
I agree with you on that. 100%.
This is launched out to deep left field. Incoming to the backyard. They've extended the lead. It's 9-6.
Oh, my God.
14th Jack of the year for Stewart.
Big fly from Big Stu.
Well, that's one way to do it when you're looking for insurance. Waste no time. And on the 3rd pitch of this 9th inning, Zach Stewart going deep into the backyard. We have seen some of these Razorbacks get their
it
good
absolutely
swings
does
off today.
matter.
Another
Fishmonger.
home run. That's a 3rd of the afternoon. Get a heater over the plate.
Because you wouldn't have games like this if we had good pitching. When we get the lead, we would be able to keep the lead and not give up more, runs every other inning.
Broken in out there.
Yes, it is.
Thor needed that one.
Very Thor-like home run by Stewart. Here's Souza, 5 RBI.
That's a nice little insurance run for the bottom of the ninth.
Matching a career high for him. Three for 4. 58 career home runs for Stewart. 1-1. Souza, 2 singles and a home run. Home run by Stewart, the 10th hit for Arkansas, 11 for Northeastern. 1-2.
Excuse me.
That's one that kills the spirit a little bit on the other side. And we know this Northeastern team not going to go away. So big, though, to tack on another for Arkansas. You've got the rest of this 9th inning to work with, too. That's where experience comes into play. This is a Razorback program, knows how to close out games when you get into this NCAA tournament.
Micah New on deck. Works his 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball that misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I thought you would have kept McSweeney in the game with Stewart and Souza, left-handed batters. Due up to start. Not taking anything away from Wirtz, but I mean, if you're matching up. And the way McSweeney threw the ball.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And Wirtz talked about it, but it has thrown each of the last 2 days and was brought in to close out each of those games in that run through the conference tournament last week. Is put a lot of miles.
We're going to need
on the
3
right arm
solid
over the last
starters next year, Brooke.
10 days or so.
Souza chops it foul. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And now you got Nolan Souza hanging around. That was pitch number 7. We'll do number 8 coming up here. 10 pitches in. Nobody retired for Wirtz on the mound.
Souza's feeling at the box today.
You can tell he's just seeing everything. He's not getting beat by much at all. Obviously, what he's done coming through in late inning situations. 2 out RBIs.
That wasn't a mod. It's just that was me.
4th and 5th, and the home run his last time up.
Loops this one out to shallow right center field. Long run for everybody.
And I haven't drank in 27 years, brother.
1 down. Here's Micah New. Struck out his first 2 times up, then walked. Stole a base and was stranded. Then a single, stole a base, and a run scored. Fouls this one right back.
If you can keep it a 9-6 game right now, if you're Andrew Wirtz on the mound, you've got Garrity, Brinker, and Ashatino.
I'm going to do it again.
In the bottom 9, who've done a lot of the damage. They've scored 4 of the runs. For Northeastern today. The other side of things, if you're able to scratch another one, it makes it a really tall task and a tough mountain to climb for the Huskies, whose season's going to be on the line coming back to the bottom of the 9th.
Yep. 0-2 fouled off. Fastball at 95 from Wirtz.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of been a very deliberate game. It's just like a
Appreciate
slow
that, man.
pace. It doesn't feel like a 9-6 game, like a slugfest. New strikes out swinging, 2 down.
Yeah, for as many runs as we've seen put up here, and 21 hits combined by these two teams, you know, it's all happening late in innings. They've been slow developing.
2 out, hits. You think you're out of an inning all of a sudden.
All right, brother.
Yeah, and you've had some.
I'm glad
some
you
big
could
flies
come
that
in
just
for a
clear
little
the
bit.
bases, and
But you
it's not
gone.
been a hit parade necessarily. You know, think back to the middle innings when Arkansas took the game from Missouri State on
I'm done with
Friday
you.
night. And if you're going to find your way into the Super Regionals and then eventually to the College World Series up in Omaha, you've got to be able to win different types of ball games here, and we're seeing a little bit of everything.
He's a troll hero. And you know what I do with trolls? Put him under the bridge.
Home run into 7th,
He can go watch the foreign jobbies.
3rd of the year. He's had
Stream.
a 3 RBI game. 27 runs batted in on the season. 1-1. 1-2.
I'm not surprised to see that away. You saw earlier what he can do on that pitch is inside.
Yeah, if he gets the hands out at full extension, that ball's going to go a long way.
435 to right center last time up.
Check swing. They wanted a appeal. He did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pretty close to.
It was really close. It's a good breaker for Wirtz.
Full count.
And that's the best one, too, that got the check swing. See how much vertical drop it's got to it.
As you mentioned, in the bottom of the 9th, the Huskies have Garrity.
And we got
Brinker,
almost
and
2,000
Ashatino
people watching and only 246 likes.
This is skied out toward center field. Hit well. Does he have his second one? He does.
Look at Reese.
Big
Oh,
fly
my
yet
God.
again for Reese Robinette. It extends the Razorbacks' lead.
And only fitting that this comes with 2 outs as well. And it's another big bomb for Reese Robinette. 424 feet, 106 miles an hour off the
I don't
bat.
know,
Gets
but
one
where's
that's
the
up.
hell has this Reese
Trying to
Robinette
go
been
out to
all
center
year
field
long?
Yesterday, the big tank to right center today. It does.
That boy ate his
Least favorite
Wheaties
person
this
that the
morning
trees
and
in center
yesterday
field like to
morning.
see coming up is Reese Robinette.
Or whatever he's eating, he needs to keep eating it.
Two solo home runs allowed by Wirtz here in the 9th inning. It's a 10-6 Hogs lead.
Well, it looks like I'm going to be doing
Pompeo
another
for 2.
5 o'clock stream.
He's been hit twice. And both in that left shoulder area. Never fun. See Pompey a little bit frustrated with himself after that swing.
You've seen him been pulling off those balls that are down and out. Probably going back to close to the same thing.
Boy, Souza and Robinette in their new spots in the order this weekend combined for 9 runs batted in. 2-2, full count.
Well, this result holds that. Probably fair to say you're going to see the same total lineup construction.
I would imagine. Like, why mess with a good thing?
Only 5 extra base hits for Arkansas coming into this game today. They've tacked on 4, and all of those the home run variety.
Swing and a miss, down goes Pompey, but not before a couple of solo shots extends the Razorbacks lead.
Let's see the
A couple of
replays.
big swings for some insurance here in this 9th inning. Zach Stewart going out to left, and Reese Robinette his second of the day. One more chance for the Northeastern Huskies. They need 4 to tie it. Bottom of the 9th.
They can get 4. Steel Eves' shoot is all healed up, and he's ready. He's been firing away out there. This game is over. It's time for round 2. Yeah, Aaron. I mean, if you're going to show up, now's the time. I say it. 5 o'clock, Deja. If we can hold on here, it will be at 5 o'clock. So I will take a couple-hour break, get the next thumbnail up, refresh my drinks, and be back with you crazy kids for the second one. Oh, yeah. Luke, it may be crunchy, too.
Trying to eliminate Northeastern. 3 outs away from doing that. Getting a rematch against Kansas tonight at 5 Central, 6 Eastern. 3, 4, and 5 for the Huskies. Garrity, Brinker, and Ashatino. I'd imagine at some point maybe Harrison Feinberg might be available if the moment arises. That pitch is in for a strike.
As a threat to do damage in a hurry, it's a really good thought if it comes to it. I think if you're going to see
Hey,
that,
welcome,
it's probably
Brian.
going to be
Thank
with
you.
some traffic on.
Tusk. Appreciate you
Garrity
becoming a member of the Star
single with a
Squad.
run scored in the 4th. Ball at a strike.
It's always the question: can you
Or
get the
for
time
Scriven
run to the
anyway.
plate?
Not a member,
All these
but
teams
for
are looking
Scriven.
for when you're down by multiple runs. Doesn't have to be pretty, but you got to get yourself on the base paths.
He won't be back at all, Black
Separated
Flag.
in this
Not
one
this
so
year.
far. The top of the 7th after Northeastern struck for 3 in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. to
I
tie
haven't
the
got a
score
chance to
at
look
4.
at it, YT.
Arkansas came right back and hung a 4 spot.
But I figured you might do that.
2-1. Ground ball toward the middle, deflected. That's going to be a tough play, and that'll go as an infield base hit. You got to start somewhere, so Garrity's on board. His second hit of the game.
Well, like we just said, it doesn't have to be pretty,
He
right?
broke
And
his
this is one of
hamate
those we've
bone
been
in his
talking about
hand.
all weekend. The natural instinct as a pitcher is to try and throw
Swinging the
something
bat.
at it. Whether it's the glove, the bare hand, the cleat, you see it all the time. And you know, this is one. It's a routine ground ball.
Yeah,
up the
it would've been
middle
nice
for
to
your
have
middle
him
infielders
in
if
the lineup.
Eves is able to pull away. Instead, it's an infield hit. Trying to grease the skids in this bottom of the 9th for Northeastern.
Brinker 2 for 4. Takes a strike. Homered in the 6th. He got that party started for Northeastern when they tied the score at that point. 9th of the year, 61st run batted in. Had a single with
Absolutely,
a run scored in the
Deja.
7th.
Had my lava
1.
lamps going and everything.
Blew the fastball right by him. Breaking ball, fouled back. Just in enough. That's that one that, as it leaves the hand, you're like, please.
What'd you do?
leave.
Unsubscribe
Don't be
and
a
then
cement mixer
resubscribe
that
to us?
just sits up there.
Or is this a
Just
different
didn't miss
tusk?
in. Fouled it off.
Either way, we appreciate you.
Swing and a miss. There's out number 1.
Now this pitch has been so effective all day. Just a little bit of spin off the plate to a right-handed
Could
hitter.
be
All you need
Fisher,
sometimes.
Colin.
We've seen a number of guys go fishing on that ball just out. It's very well executed in that count for Steel Leaves. About to be his 45th pitch.
Could be
Most
here.
he's gone
I mean,
all season.
I don't know if I would want my glove
In
in the
his
start.
previous
but
27 outings is 51, and
may
this
have
is
no
going to
choice.
go a long way for the cause.
Garrity takes second on indifference. They weren't holding him on.
It may be a multiple pitcher bullpen game where it's 2 innings.
A.J. Ashatino, 3-hit game, 2 singles, and a 2-run home run the opposite way. 1-1.
I appreciate it, Jude. Thank you for your being here and your
A.J.'s
support,
home run,
being a member.
his 6th of the year, now 36 runs batted in. Northeastern's out hit Arkansas, but just 2 for 7 with men in scoring position, which has been the issue all weekend long. They've had base runners in traffic, just haven't been able to cash them in. Conversely, Arkansas in this one 4 for 9 with men in scoring position.
Yeah, he found a little
Monday,
bit of
Deja.
lightning in a bottle earlier. A breakthrough for a few runs in the 6th inning. Just 4 for 20 with runners on base, and that has been really the story of this regional for Northeastern.
3 balls and a strike. Charlie Criscola on deck. And he walked him. So 2 on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Getting a visit here.
And Matt Haupt's going to come out first time today. This is where you're doing the calculus in your head. You would love to get out of this game if you're Dave Van Horn in Arkansas with Steel Leaves on the mound. Especially if this result holds, you know that you're going to have to beat the Kansas Jayhawks 2 times to move on. That's 18 innings to deal with. Again, the most important thing to the Razorbacks is these next 2 outs.
Right.
And you're going to do what you need to do to win this game. But if you got a guy that's at the end of the leash, the timing just makes this a little sticky situation. You know, for Eves, if he's able
Let's
to
just
record
hope
these
this
next 2
ain't
outs,
one of
it's
those
just
times we leave a guy
second
in
time all season that
one
he's
batter too long again.
gone more than 3 innings of work, and talked about the pitch count. He's nearing his season high in that category, and this is the time of year where you've got to have guys rise up to the occasion. An opportunity to close this thing out for Eves here. He's a pitch away.
Criscola takes a strike.
There you go.
1 for 4 today with a single in his 7th inning. There it is, the regional 3 games, 5 for 27 with men in scoring position this weekend. 0-1 and tight. The tying run is on deck. Huskies trying to get something going. Down by 4. Scola maybe chased ball 2. Instead, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it looks like it was down and in, and we'll have to hit from behind in the count.
Freshman's done a nice job this year with men scoring position. 294 average. This one's pulled toward first. Robinette goes to second base. They get the lead runner, and that's it. Nice play by Eves there. So 2 outs now. Huskies down to their last out. We're going to get a pinch hitter.
I see this ball to first base. A little bit of a double clutch, takes that double play out of order. Probably no need for Cam Kozel to throw this ball, and good job by Eves recovering. Those runners on base still inconsequential right now. Need one more out there for Northeastern to get the tying man to the plate.
Will Fosberg coming up to pinch hit in place of Cooper Tarantino. Scola takes second base on indifference. Fosberg, a 185 hitter this year. 3 home runs, 22 runs batted in. One of those 3 home runs happened here. One on one. Kozel shading up the middle with Fosberg at the plate. 1-1 pitch. A tapper foul, 1-2. So the Huskies down to the last strike.
I can see Mike Glavin saying push him up here. This is where Eves has liked to go down and in of those left-handed hitters, trying to get him to chase.
Eves is ready. Here comes the 1-2. Downstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Same approach here. Fastball has lost some velocity. It's not necessarily going to beat you just with speed.
2-2. This is lifted foul and out of play. Reset and do it again. The old deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fosberg again fouls it off. Garrity, the base runner at third. Criscola at second. DeGiorgio on deck, hoping to get one more plate appearance.
If you thought he was going to go down easy, you've not been watching the same game that I have.
Yeah.
There's been a Northeastern team that has been fighting and clawing all day long.
Try it again. Check swing. They wanted appeal. He did not go. A full count.
That's the right idea for Eves on the mound. You're trying to get him chasing that breaking ball low. It's just a bit too far in front of the plate. A nice job by Helfrich to pick that.
Three-two pitch. Good pitch in on the hands. Fighting through that. If Fosberg could reach, would you think Feinberg would be the call? DeGiorgio's still on deck. Try to get one big swing out of it. DeGiorgio has no home runs on the season.
Sure would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Another payoff. Another foul ball back. What a battle between Eves and Fosberg.
It's tough to do as a pinch hitter coming off cold, too. And you saw the numbers. They've not necessarily been all world for Fosberg, but does have a long ball in this regional.
How about another one? That is ripped out to right field. That will get down and go for extra bases. 2 runs will come in. Fosberg trying to get to second base. He is in there with a 2 RBI double. And just like that, the Huskies are down by 2.
Now this team just will not go down without a fight. In a day that has been punches back and forth all day long. A 10-plus pitch AB, and it's Fosburg off the bench cold, able to get another extra base hit and 2 RBIs here with down to their last out in the season. And now that's what we're talking about. You got the tying run to the plate, and it's going to be Henry DeGiorgio.
They're going to appeal that Fosburg missed first. At least it appears that way. Helfrich pointing to Robinette at first. Throw over and safe is the call.
We saw a game end on a pitch clock violation yesterday.
North Carolina State season came to an end. Double by Fosburg, his 6th of the year. Here's DeGiorgio, 1 for 4, had an RBI single earlier in this game. He'll take a strike. .10-8 Arkansas here in the 9th. One ball, one strike.
Steele leaves on fumes right now trying to finish this thing out. That's as long as he's been out there all season long. You can tell trying to will that 27th out to fruition.
1-1. He'll shoot this one out the left field. Ruiz coming on. It'll fall in there. Coming home to score is Fosburg. It's a 1-run game. 10-9 Hogs. DeGiorgio with his second RBI of the ball game.
Why are you leaving him out there? You can clearly see he's gassed.
Now, one after the other here in this 9th inning, and that's what it's got to be when you're coming into the bottom of the 9th down by 4 runs. This is a Northeastern team that has been relentless, and what you've done here not only is put the tying run on the base path, you've got the go-ahead run at the dish, and you've gone back into the Arkansas bullpen. It's going to be a pitching change here.
Oh, now you want to change him.
Eads departs.
Should have changed him 3 batters ago.
Another 2-out rally for Northeastern. They've struck for 3 so far here in the ball.
I mean, he did a great job. He did his job, and you just tried to go too far with him. That's the kind of decision making right there that just makes you question what the hell's going on. By this time in the season, you know your players. You keep going back to the well. The well's dry, man. Dude was wore out. Yeah, it's multiple times this season this has happened. I mean, you just cannot understand why we can't figure out, okay, our pitcher's getting tired. He gave up 2 hits. Get him out. Let's get somebody else in there. I don't care how many arms you got in the bullpen. If we let the dudes come back and beat us, then it doesn't matter. You left all them guys in the bullpen for nothing. Hey, the year 1999 was how many viewers we had. Almost got to the year 2000. That was pretty cool. I think my rant scared people off. Because now we're down at 1945. And don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming Steele. He did a great job.
We would be talking a different story.
It's
Instead,
just,
Razorbacks
the player is never going to tell you he wants to come out of the game. You got to go get him.
Takes over his first 15th appearance.
Yeah, just 15 2/3 innings of work, but the biggest out that he's going to get all years. This one that's potentially at the plate right now. Tying run on first base, go ahead run at the dish for the Huskies.
Carter Bentley 1 for 3, had an RBI single. That was in the 6th inning. Was hit by a pitch in the 8th. Giorgio with 12 stolen bases. He's the tying run. He's at first. He's leaning a little bit. Does not go. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. No! 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch looked a little bit off the plate.
I don't know about that. Dossett maybe getting away with one, saving him in this count here early.
One upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. 95-mile-per-hour fastball.
As we were talking about insurance in the top of this 9th inning, how massive are those 2 solo homers for the Razorbacks right now? Difference in the ball game.
Yeah, traffic.
There's a 2-1. 3 balls and a strike. Helfer trying to pull that one back in there. Got the top of the order and Tyler Harmony on deck.
14 of these 19 runs with 2 outs.
Dossett's 3-1. Upstairs, he walked to the tying run in scoring position.
Like they say, that 27th out is the hardest one to get.
Will be the 8th man to step to the plate here in the bottom of the 9th. Not a bad guy to have at the plate.
Not a bad one at all. And you see what he's done with runners in scoring position on the year. The OPS over 1,100. In a spot where they've struggled all weekend, can they come through in one more big way?
Breaking ball misses downstairs. Tying run at second, winning run at first.
If you let this guy load the bases, we deserve to lose.
Ball in the alley, and we're going to have some fun at home plate. 1-0 to Harmony. In there for a strike, a fastball. That one at 96. Kojo playing toward the middle. Big hole on the left side of the infield. And the 1-1. Tapper foul at the plate. Breaking ball. It's 1-2. So the Huskies down to the last strike. Hogs fans trying to breathe easily. Stand up. Northeastern fans have already been on their feet here in the bottom of the 9th, with their team having scored 3 times. They're down by a run. The tying and winning run on base. The 1-2 popped up. Shallow left field. Ruiz comes in. He's underneath it. The Hogs pick up the victory by the final of 10-9, and they advance to take on the Jayhawks tonight.
And you want to talk?
Crappy decision making almost cost us that game. I just don't understand it. Matt Hobbs, what are you thinking, bro? I would love for you to come on the show and explain to me what your mindset is when you're leaving your guys out there like that. I would just love to hear it. I'd just love to ask you that question. Well, now looks like we're going to be back at 5 o'clock for yeah, my arm's loose, real life. I'm ready to go. I've been warming up in the bullpen. I had a little side bullpen session. The Ephus pitch is on fire tonight, so it's going to be ready for the second game. So I'm going to get out of here in a hurry, guys, because we got to turn around and I got to eat and eat some lunch and then or early supper maybe, and then get the YouTube set up for the next stream, and we will be back at it at 5 o'clock. So refill your drinks, fill your bellies, and come back and see what we do against Kansas. So for now, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I'll be back at 5. Continue mission, everyone.